Hello, my name's Chapo. I'm one of the Camo DMs here at UAG. Um, this is a tier one game, tier one slash two, low tier two. It's basically just kind of like a one shot. Um, really don't run too many of these nowadays since most of the characters we've been running have kind of got up in level, so we've been running a lot of tier two and threes. Um, but basically, it's just kind of like a bounty hunter mission. It's gonna be a lot of RPing, maybe a decent amount of combat, but most of it is just tracking down a certain bad guy. So with that, I'll have everybody introduce themselves from my left to right. First to be Mr. Gillum.
Hello, everybody. I will be playing Ettin. She is a human variant fighter that focuses on archery.
All right. Then we have Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing Sordin. He's a soldier, infantry soldier who's from a small town, and he's one of those guys with the shield that goes in front to protect the people with the spears and that behind him.
Cool. Sounds like a good guy. All right. Then we have Sandra.
Hey, my name's Sandra. I'm going to be playing Ansgar Erickson. He is a level 4 fighter cavalier. He looks like sort of like a Viking. I don't know if my picture has changed, but I posted it up. He is 6 foot. He's tall. He's big. He's a gentle brute. Yeah, that's basically it, and he walks around with his halberd usually, and his war horse that he recently purchased.
Sweet. And then we have Will.
Hello, I'm Will. I will be playing Artoria Pendragon. She is a 5th level paladin of something or another. Sword swinging, shield carrying type. Well, you know who Arthur Pendragon is. It's kind of like that, only with boobs.
Okay. So, let's see. What is your character's name? Matt, it's Eridan, right? Okay. So, Eridan Sodran, right? Like that? Ansgar. And then we have Artoria. Cool. Thanks. Write these down real quick so that way I'm not like, hey, Matt. Hey, Will. Artoria.
Yeah, I got you. I've got the same problem with names almost all the time.
It's oldism. We have Sodran and Eridan. Cool. Awesome. Okay. So, Eridan, you just get to town. You get to Illumina. You walking up to the gates. Guards stop you, of course, wanting to know what's going on. They're like, "Hail, how are you? Can we help you?"
Yeah, I'm looking for, I believe it's the UAG, something or another.
Ah, okay. Oh, head this way. Take it right there, and you should be able to see it. It'll be right across from another inn, bar, whichever. You can't miss it. So, you head into town. After a couple other questions of a couple other people and directions, you finally get there. You walk inside, and of course, it's really nice guild hall area. The bar, tables, You see a few people in there. You see a tall, very tall, blondish looking fighter man with the halberd leaned against the wall near him. You also see a woman in armor. She looks. She has a holy symbol on her somewhere, and then you see another soldier with a shield and a sword strapped on his side, lounging around doing some stuff. As you come in,
I walk up to the guy with the halberd and go, "Is this the UAG?"
Yeah. The Unnamed Adventurers Guild. You're right. That's the place to be. Yup.
Sordin be polishing his new sword and shield that he got back from the blacksmiths.
okay. Bartender looks at you and says, "What's your name, lass?"
Eridan.
Well, normally when we have newcomers, you'll go and see Pincus. He's up them stairs right there, and you'll see his office. He'll talk to you about the particulars, and from there, just wait for a job to show up.
All right, I'll go see Pincus and get the details.
Okay, so Pincus, of course, is in his office. He says, "Hello, my dear. How can I help you?"
Yeah, I was told that you were the people to see for work around here.
Ah, yes. I see you are of the combat type.
Yeah, I like putting arrows and things.
Ah, well, we can always use another archer or whatnot. He says, "Well, this is a standard contract." He says, "We provide you with billets, we provide you with food, um, healing if necessary, and there is a clause in there about reviving." He says, "A percentage of your wages will go to the guild to pay for these things. Other than that, everything else you'll learn from the veterans around. And anybody else you can ask around. They'll tell you about us." He says, "Just make your mark there and you'll be part of the guild."
Okay, yeah, I make my mark and I guess head downstairs.
All right. He says, "Hold on." He flips you a little like pendant that has the shape of the crest of the guild on it. He says, "There you go. In case you go anywhere official and ask who you are, you can just show them that, and most people in the realm know who we are by now, I think. That should help you out."
All right, thanks.
Not a problem. All right. So you get back down with your shiny new crest on your wherever you put it. And Barton says, "Well, are you hungry, lass? You need some food?"
Yeah, I could use a meal.
Okay. So he calls the barmaid. She brings you out a plate. So while you're eating, Pincus comes down and he says, "Well, gentlemen and ladies, we have a job. Here to meet. What the hell's that guy's name? Here to meet Chuma, which is a gentleman that has acquired our services. He is currently staying at this particular inn. Says you're to meet him there, and he will give you all the particulars. As far as I know, you are to be hunting down a criminal." He says, "All right." He says, "With that," he looks at Aaron and he says, "Eridan, we have a stock room that has supplies, anything that you wish that you might need, extra arrows or some healing potions or whatnot. You can grab what you need. And there are some mounts in the stable, courtesy of one of our guild members. And there you go." And he walks back up to his office.
All right, I'd like to get a couple healing potions.
Okay. So the supply sergeant or clerk or whatever, he says, "Here you go." He hands you 3 healing potions, regular 2d4 plus 2. He says that should hold you over for whatever you got to go do. Anything else? Arrows, whatnot?
Yeah, I'll take an extra bundle of arrows.
All right, so he hands you over a full quiver of standard arrows.
Thank you.
All right, not a problem. So, you join the rest of your crew, and I guess anybody else have anything to do before we head out?
Yeah, I would go ahead, like, once we pass, like, some markets and buy some health potions.
Okay, so you guys walk through. I guess you're gonna grab your mount. If anybody else wants to grab a mount,
Yeah.
you can also.
My steed should be in the stable.
Okay, so you grab your steed, and whoever else, you grab one of the UAG horses or whatnot. And you
Will
head out.
you let me buy 6 health potions?
Yes.
Cool.
So you find a purveyor of potions, and he says, "Yeah, we got health potions. How many do you need?"
6, please.
All right. I think normally are about 100 gold pieces a piece or something like that. I don't know.
They're 50.
Is that so, good sir?
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. They're 50 a piece.
That's what I heard, but never mind. Mistakes happen, right?
Yeah. Well, you know.
Get to
Times
make
are
deals
tough.
with you. Here's, you know what? Here, take 350 gold and keep the rest. You know.
Just I appreciate that. He throws another one in. He says, "We'll call it even."
All right. All right.
Okay.
Farewell,
So-
good man.
Yeah. So you get your potions, and you guys head over to the place he's talking about, which is called Dim Gems, though. Say actually a tavern nightclub. You see a bouncer out front. He says, "There's a cover charge to get in.
All right. How much is it?
2 silver pieces."
I'll just pay for the whole group.
Okay. He says, "That's fine." He says, "You'll find some a stable or picket lines in the back. You can tie your steeds off there."
Awesome.
So- All right. So you guys put your horses up. You get inside. Of course, it's it's not nighttime and it's not packed in there. But there's for a decent amount of people in there. Not too loud. Uh, you walk in and there's of course there's people talking at tables. There's a couple of people playing games at some of the tables. You see fighters and wizards, and you see some shady people in the corners, different varying races in here and whatnot. It smells like a musty ale and old peanuts and stuff like that. The atmosphere is kind of humid in here with as many bodies as it is, but you do kind of feel a draft from some of the windows that have been opened up in place. Place is 2 levels, so there are stairs heading up to a second level. You can see some of the barmaids going up and down the stairs, and the atmosphere seems pretty jovial. You don't feel any tension in the place. So what do you guys want to do?
So, what was it exactly why we came here to do?
You're supposed to meet up with a guy named Chuma.
Do we have a description of him?
Well, yeah, from what Pika says, that he is a rather tall gentleman. He wears some kind of blackish armor in color. He has a rather large 2-handed sword that looks like a meat cleaver in a way. Uh, he doesn't wear any boots, from as far as you know, and he has a patch over his left eye and some facial scars. He also has a long scar that um, shoots from his right shoulder down to his left um, solar plexus there.
Um, can I make an investigation check to see if I find him?
You sure
Uh,
can.
And
I'm-
you know how I roll like
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, go
So I got a crit. So natural 20.
I got a
21.
I got a 23 perception.
That's fine. Or you already had Sandra rolled. So, um, so yeah. So Asgar makes one circular circuit, and you spot him right away up on the second level. And he is standing right next to the rails with his hands on them. His sword is propped up on the rails, and he's looking right down at you four. And he nods to you.
I'll go up to him.
All right, so you head upstairs.
Yeah, I head upstairs.
Okay.
And I
So-
like kind of lean on the railing as well. Like the cool guys do in the club.
Okay, so you like flick your hair behind you, and kind of dust yourself off as you're going up.
Hell
so
yeah.
you can't see you dusting the front of yourself off. And you're using your halberd to help you move up the stairs in a rather quick manner. You turn to head towards him, and you definitely sidestep to avoid a barmaid that is her back is towards you, and she turns around rather quickly. She's like, "Oh, excuse me."
Whoa, there, lady.
She stops. She gives you kind of a twinkle in her eyes. She's like, "Hello."
All right, then let's continue forth. And he
Okay.
he turns
So,
to the other.
Eridan, you're right behind Ansgar, and he's making eye contact with this cute little barmaid. As you walk behind him, and just like, okay. So you walk up to this tall gentleman. And if you've seen the picture that I posted up, he looks exactly like that. He says, "Well met." He says, "I am Chuma the Gore."
Well met, Chuma the Gore. My name is Ansgar Eriksson, the halberd swinging pain bringer.
He says, "That's fine, sir." He says, "Well, you were here. I've taken it you and these three are together from the
What?
UAG, I suspect."
That's correct. We were sent here to meet you.
He says, "Great." He says, "Well, I have a table over here," and he turns around and he looks at this one table in the corner. It has about 6 chairs, and just happened to be where a couple of patrons have sat down and looks like they've started drinking the large pitcher of ale that he had bought. He walks up, grabbing his sword as he moves swiftly over there, and he says, "Excuse me, that's my ale, and you're in my table. Kindly move yourselves." And one rather large, fat, portly man looks up. He's like, "I don't see your name on it." And he hoists his sword up on his shoulder, and he says, "That's my name right there." He says, "I will not say it twice. If you do not move, I will push you through that wall with my sword, and I will pay for your death rights. Do we understand each other?" And he's looking at the sword with like his eyes like real huge, 2 saucer-sized eyes. He's like, "Yep, I got it. Okay." He stands up. He's like, "Come on." And the other gentleman stands up. They move, and they move rather quickly,
Please
trying to
stand up.
make off with the pitcher. And he's like, "My beer, please. Leave it." He's like, "Oh, sorry. I thought that was ours." So he sets the pitcher of beer, which by now that fat bastard and his skinny friend have already downed like half of it. And he sits down where his back is to the corner. He says, "Please sit. I'll send for more ale." He puts his hand up, and you see the cute little barmaid runs back over, and she's like, "Yes, Mr. Chuma. Can you please get me another pitcher of this ale? And take this one away. I believe the fat gentleman has put his jowls on it." He's like, oh, okay. I'll bring glasses too. So she disappears. I take it everybody sits down.
Yeah, Ansgar
Yeah.
sits down with like his
Artoria
spread.
will- Okay, well, there you
Sorry.
go.
Sorry.
Just invite the barmaids in, why don't you?
Well, how do you sit manly? Like you spread your legs from west to east, like of course.
Well, you got to have room for
Okay.
things to sweat to get there.
Yes. Artoria will sit with her back to the wall.
Okay. So you'll sit to the right of Mr. Chuma. I guess Mr. Erickson, you'll sit wherever you just sit. And the other two, you kind of grab chairs. 2-3 minutes later, Barbie comes back up in a rush. She's swishing and sashaying around people, and she brings a brand new pitcher and 5 glasses or mugs. She sets them down. She says, "Is there anything else you need, Mr. Chuma?" He's like, No, love. This will be fine, unless these people here need something to eat." She all looks at, "Anybody need anything to eat?"
You know, I'm good.
Ate just
Nope.
before I came here.
We're good.
Okay. If you need anything, I'll be around. She's like, "I'm sure you will." She smiles at him, and she kind of brushes her hips against Ansgar a little bit as she walks by. And she heads off to wait on another table. He says, "Well, I believe she is smitten with you a little bit, Mr. What's your name again?"
Erickson is the last name. Ansgar is the first, so Ansgar Erickson it would be. And those waitresses here, they are sure a delight to the eye.
That they are. He says, "Okay, so we have Ansgar, we have Artoria, Soldran, and Mrs. Eridan. Eridan?
Eridan.
My apologies." He says, "Well, I'll get down to brass tacks here.
It's
This is I am
Sordan, not Sordran.
Sordran.
Sordan.
I believe
Okay.
he said his name is Sordan.
Sordan. Okay, Mr. Sorbet. So we will basically what I need you all to do is find this particular character for me." And he reaches into his pouch, pulls out a folded piece of paper. He pulls it out in front of you, and you all see. Let me get a picture of Mr. Ugly Guy. Open. Bastard. He is a particular nasty fellow. His name is Hubbard. He was a worker for my my hire. He basically had stolen something from him, and as he damaged quite a bit of property in the process. This is Hubbard here. As you can see, he is a giant Ettin type. He was our butcher, or was the proprietor's butcher. He's not
Thank-
particularly smart, but
Yeah, I can see. He's wielding a street sign, isn't it?
yeah, he kind of took that from place he wasn't supposed to.
Huh.
But this is the quick rendition that was able to be made. So that's who you're after. And as far as I know, he is hiding here in this city. Where exactly, I'm not really sure. Because I'm not from your city. And, well, my methods are a little more, shall we say, brutal. Um, and those methods are not acceptable from what I hear of the laws in this town. So I figured I might hire you in your company to find him for me. Death is acceptable. I can raise him. Um, Dismemberment of both heads is unacceptable. He says, but I need at least one, which in reality I kind of need both because they heads tend to die if you chop both heads off. So, at least the main torso and the two heads is what I need. Well, he can just be carted around. He's laughing and shit. He's like, sorry. I find it funny. Yes, you don't. Anyways, the last.
Now I got it. Yeah, that was funny.
Yes, good timing.
Yeah,
Good timing,
yeah, yeah. I thought about it a little.
Okay, so the last lead I was able to find was that he was hiding in the underground. For whatever underground you all have here. So that's what I have. That's what he looks like. That's what I have. As far as rewards, I can pay you 200 of your gold pieces worth of gold nuggets, and he pulls out this little pouch and he dumps out some nuggets of gold. He says this bag particularly is the equal weight of 200 of your gold pieces. He says, I apologize for not having your coinage, but as I explained, I'm not from here. So, any questions?
No.
Okay. One other thing, his full name is Hubbard the Smelly. He does have a very pungent odor, and he has been known to make people sick before with his odor.
Better take a deep breath of that white Tristan before we leave.
Oh, yeah. Yes. She smells like flowers, actually.
And ale.
I like you, Ansgar. One of these days, you'll have to come and visit me, and we'll have to. You can meet up with some of the Earth Gensai in my plane.
Sounds good.
They are very rough but thorough.
Well, at least they don't break as quickly.
Oh, no, they do not. They are quite sturdy and hardy. So, does anybody have any questions?
Illumina has an underground?
Yes, it does.
You know where that might be because that's the first time I've heard of it.
Is this Matt talking or is this your character talking?
Both.
Oh, well, yes, it does. It does now. Yeah, I know of an underground.
Mm.
It's not very widely known, but it is what it is. So, he says, well, the only contact that I was able to contact was a slimy fellow by the name of Jeebs down by the docks. He particularly hung around a certain bar called the Sweaty Octopus. He's smoking a pipe. And he's like, and that was where my lead kind of went a little bit cold because otherwise I would have to start doing things that I don't believe I'm allowed to do in this plane. So I would say that's probably your first spot to start, I would guess.
Well, then what are we waiting for except for maybe one or two more ales?
I'm not really sure. It got a little awkward there for a second. Nobody was talking.
Well, then cheers. And
All
he,
right.
like,
Man.
takes it and chugs it in one go after cheering. What a man.
Artoria, Eridan, you are quiet.
I was just wondering if I'd be able to reach out to any of my criminal contacts that might be in this city.
Yeah.
You might be able to. You have a criminal background?
Yes, I do.
Awesome, possum.
Also have thieves' tools if we need them.
Even better.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Did you think of getting something non-alcoholic for the little girl in plate armor?
No, I didn't. Artoria, do you require something else to drink?
No, ale is fine, thank you.
Okay. He says. He puts his hands up for the waitress to come back over, the barmaid. He says, "Yes, can you bring me some of those tasty, what you call things you brought? Oh, the hand foods. Yes. He says, okay. She leaves again, brushing her hips against you again, Ansgar. And,
If I'm near Ansgar, I want to pinch her ass as she goes by, so she turns around.
Okay.
So I
So,
need to make a sleight of hand check for that.
are you trying to make it like where he did it?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, go roll hand, sleight of hand.
That is going to be an 20.
Okay, yeah, she didn't get anywhere near that. She goes, oh! She turns around to Ansgar. Her cheeks are quite a rosy red. She says, oh, hello.
Well,
that was
hello there,
quite-
good lady. I'm sorry my hand slipped, but I'm sure you have the need to sit down, and I happen to have 2 free knees, so...
Oh, you silly man, you. He says, I have to work. I have 15 children.
Well, then off to work you go. I think there's a lot of bills to be paid.
She's like, I'm just kidding. I haven't had any children yet.
You
Four.
know, I'm just here all night, so if you ever feel to sit down, just step by.
She
Stop
says,
by.
oh, well, let me test it. She sits on one of your knees. You have
There you go.
quite a firm leg, Mr. Erickson.
Wait, what? How's it that you know my name?
My dear sir, I have ears, and they are not closed.
And I shout every time.
That you do. She says, well, I have work to do. She pinches your cheek and bops your nose. She says, I'll talk to you later, maybe.
Right then.
And she walks off. Quite happily now. She was like, well, apparently my game is not as good as yours, sir.
Well, all thanks to whoever slapped her. Because that wasn't me.
I look at Chuma and give him a wink.
She says, oh, the women know how to do it. So, a few minutes later, probably about 15, you guys are sitting there talking, bullshitting. She comes back with these, like, sandwich things. And she sets them on the table. Says, there you go. She looks kind of aggravated a little bit. She says, is there anything else you need, Mr. Chuma? No. You seem a little tense. Any reason why? Well, nothing I can't handle. Just normal patrons putting.
Where are the culprits?
She's like, I don't think that's a good idea, Miss Ansgar.
Well, did they treat you not right?
Well, one of them groped me in a rather unpleasant way.
Where is he?
Let me take care of this. Can you point him out?
Yes, I will. She kind of goes on the other side of Ansgar, where he's kind of blocking the majority of her body since she's kind of small. And she she kind of leans down and she points, and she says, "See this large, rather ugly man over there with the eye patch and the greasy hair, and he has kind of a scar going down his face. That's him right there."
I turn to the group and I say, "Y'all got my back?"
Edgar touches your back. Yes.
Yep.
Not what I meant. I snap off the end of an arrow about 3 or 4 inches above the point and hide it up my sleeve, and I walk downstairs and make my acquaintance to the gentleman.
I follow behind her by about 10, 15 feet.
Okay.
Casual but prepared stance to grab my shield. Not my sword, just my shield.
Okay. So you two walk down. Of course, the
As they
gentleman-
do this, Artoria is going to go over to the railing
Okay.
and just kind of be watching from topside.
Okay. Yeah, you can get a very good view from where you're at. And Mr. Chuba joins you at the rail. Trying to be as nondescript as possible, looking at other areas, but you can definitely tell he's watching the same area. So the both of you head downstairs, and you see that the fat, ugly, large man is sitting at a table with about 3 other ugly-looking fellows, drinking, being loud, rowdy, slamming fists on tables after they seem to be a little drunk. And
I'll walk up to him and remark about how interesting his scar is.
he's like, "Oh, hello, little lady." He says, "My, you are a delicious little thing, aren't you?" And he like licks his lips, and you see he's got like 3 teeth. And he kind of moves his right hand to kind of maybe brush against your leg as he's talking. "I got this in Edomia, fighting in the arena." He says, "I am a champion, by the way. Not only of combat, but of other things." And he then reaches in to try and grab a buttock cheek.
I sort of slip out of the way and ask if I can sit down. If there's not a seat available, I'll sit on his lap.
Okay, so yeah, you'll definitely have to sit on his lap. He says, "Well, fellas, looks like I'm lucky tonight." And they all kind of look around, grumbling, like, "Oh, I don't see how, fat bastard."
So
you're sitting in his lap.
I, with the hand that I've got the arrow that I snapped off stashed in, I'm just going to start rubbing his leg, and I'm going to lean into him and whisper in his ear. At about the same time I whisper, I'm going to jab at his groin, just enough to make it uncomfortable, and
He's
tell
like,
him, "You better keep your hands to yourself with these ladies, or I will be back, and you will be missing your manhood."
Your own intimidation.
Certainly.
Okay.
I'm thinking, like, with the setup, does he get like a little bonus or something? I mean, that is pretty intimidating right there.
I'll give him advantage.
That's going to be an 18.
Okay. Let's see. Where's that? Yeah, he rolled a 7. He's like, yeah, for sure. He kind of seems like he's sobering up pretty fast. And the other gentlemen are trying to figure out what the hell is going on. But they're so damn drunk, they don't fucking even catch it. They just think that you're grabbing his naughty bits, and he's just like, they're making fun of him, like, she grabbed your shit and you can't even react like a man. They're all laughing at him.
I lean in, kiss him on the cheek, and say, "Remember to tip well," and stand up and walk off.
And he's like, he puts both hands down to his junk really fast, and he sees sweating, and he's like, "Yes, ma'am. Yes." Okay. So you head back up?
Yeah, head back up.
Okay, so you head back up, and by this time you all know that her name is Dell. And she says, "Miss Aridon, thank you so much. That is probably the nicest thing anybody has done for me in a long time."
No, don't worry about it.
Says, "If you ever need anything or any kind of information or whatever," he says, "you have my gratitude."
Well, thank you. I am new to the area, so I may call on you for some information.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know. And she says, she nods over. She's like, "Thank you all. I appreciate that. You have no idea how disgusting some of the patrons can be." And she smacks Ansgar in the face. Not hard, just playfully. She's like, "I'll see you later."
Right. And he like kind of stashes the hand axe again that he was ready to throw at this guy's face.
Okay. So she walks off, seeming a little bit more confident. You see later on she goes back to wait the table, and the guy, he stands up straight and he's talking to her, seems very politely. The other three are kind of like grabbing at her, and he slams his fist and he points at all of them, and they all kind of chill out. And he looks up to where you guys are. You see he's sweating a little bit more again, but other than that, she doesn't catch any more problems from them. She says, "Well, very well done, Miss Aridon."
Yeah, I've waited tables before.
He says, "Well, where I come from, he probably just got smashed in the face." But that just shows me that you have other qualities besides your prowess in battle. Very good, very good. I believe I've made a good choice. He says, "By the way, I do need you guys to take care of this for me as soon as possible." He's like, "I'm not trying to be a dick, but I am on a time kind of schedule, and I need to get to this thing back to my patron, if you don't mind."
Yeah, no. So we're gonna find the Hubbard the Smelly, and
Yes.
he's somewhere around. Well, we'll probably smell him before we see him. So
He's like, "That is probably a very true statement."
oh, all right then. Let's get going. And he like chugs another ale and then puts the mug on the table and
All right, make me a Constitution roll.
Sure. That's going to be I have plus 17.
Okay, you're good.
Damn, at least it wasn't a nat 1, right?
Yeah.
I had enough of those today. Leave me alone.
All right, so you guys head out. So where's the first place you guys want to head to?
I'd like to make contact with whatever criminal contacts I can make. Reach
Okay.
out to.
So roll me a, let's see, roll me an investigation with advantage.
All right. Well, that's a good thing you gave me advantage because the first roll is a 1.
Ah,
This is the part where we
There
go.
it is.
Dun, 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 boing, right?
Yeah, well, that's going to be a 15.
okay. So with a 15, you're able to get up with a little slimy rogue by the name of Rizma. He is kind of shifty, kind of twitches a little. He's like, yeah, I got what you want, man. He's like, what you need? And he pulls out some couple vials of these little substances. He says this stuff will make you really, really feel good. You don't feel shit when they get hit, for reals. He's like, is that what you need? Is that?
No, man,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
looking for
guards on.
information.
Yeah, you're not guards on. He's like looking around. He pokes his head out the alleyway real quick, like really fast. He's like,
Artoria's going to kind of look around and go, shouldn't you have asked that question before you started pulling out illicit materials?
he's like, well, sometimes you gotta make money. Sometimes you overlook certain things when you have proprietors as good as you all look in front of me. You look like you have coin, so quick deal, exchange amounts kind of thing.
All right. So at this point, Artoria's just going to kind of be a dick about it. He's just like, all right, boys, let's take him to the cells.
He's just like, oh shit.
And then she's just going to start busting out laughing.
He's like, I'm out. And then he fucking runs. He runs.
Ansgar's like going with it.
He runs. He jumps on top of a trash can, jumps up, reaches a fucking this fucking edge of a building, and pulls himself up, scrambles up like a fucking rat, and he's gone within like 2 or 3 seconds, man.
All right.
Quick as shit.
So, yeah, Artoria's going to look at the rest of the group and she's going to kind of do one of those shrug, I don't know things and be like, tweakers, huh?
Well, that was less than useful.
Oh, yeah. So you want to go ahead and roll again for me if you want. With advantage.
Oh my god! I'm glad you said advantage because I rolled another 1.
God.
Yeah, there's a lot of them around today.
Yeah, for some reason, it's like the Earth, the Moon, the stars all are in alignment for everybody to roll crit fails.
Yup.
Yeah, 17.
Okay, so that's a little better. So, Dell is the measurement of pain. So
It is.
it might be.
No, it is. Like 9,000 dells is the birth, like what a mother feels when she gives birth. It's like 9,000 dells of pain.
Well, then
Also, the equivalent of what you get for passing a large kidney stone.
that sounds fun. So with a 17, you find another kind of shifty character, and his name is Eel. And he actually does look like an eel. His face kind of protrudes forward a little bit, and he's got these gangly ass teeth that stick out in front of his mouth. And then he talks like this. He's like, "What you need?"
Yeah, I'm just looking for some information.
He's like, "All right. What kind of information?" There's lots of that.
Just this particular information. I'm looking for a rather large, smelly, two-headed Ettin that's hiding out somewhere in the underground. Could you point me in the right direction?
He says. He looks around, kind of pokes his head out the alley. He says, "You ain't guards, are you?"
Honestly, I just got to the city today, so no, not a
And
guard.
I'm gonna stand beside Artorio.
Okay, he's like,
You see her
okay.
take a breath like she's about to speak, and then you just hear a click as she snaps her mouth shut, so she doesn't say anything that gets
Yeah.
this tweaker running.
He's like, okay, look. He says, I haven't heard anything about your Ettin. He says, but I can send you to somebody that probably will have heard of something about like that. Me particularly, I kind of stick to the streets. He says, I don't go down below as much as it's kind of, it's weird down there. He says, but he says, he's going to roll a persuasion roll against you. Which didn't really do that good. Roll insight roll.
Insight? All right.
You gotta see through his persuasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, my insight's not that great. That's going to be a 15.
Oh, that's better than his. So you max his over by at least 10. So you can definitely tell he's trying to bullshit you now. He's like, look, information is probably worth about 100 gold pieces. He says, but I can point you in the right direction. You can tell he's bullshitting. Now, the information, he's not bullshitting about. The price, yeah, he's definitely trying to con your ass.
Wow, 100 gold pieces. That's a little steep, even from where I'm from.
He's like, well, you know.
I'll give you 5.
What? He's like, 50.
7.
40.
Tell you what, I'll give you 10, and the next time I need information, I'll come to you, and I'll pay you double what I think it's worth.
All right, fair enough. So he takes the 10. He says, all right. Actually, I got to take you there. He's like, come on. He's like, no bullshit. I need to take you there because if you don't get in there the right way, you end up in a lot worse spot than you need to. So you guys head out. You're moving probably about 20 blocks away from where he's at. Okay. Towards the inner city, kind of sort of. That you guys are kind of around the docks and shit. Or if it's not 20 blocks, you know, equivalent about that much movement. So he finally gets to this fucking, like this large metal gate. And you see outside of the gate, you see this pretty big half orc. You're probably thinking that he probably can't wipe his ass. His arms are so big. Okay. And he walks up and he says, hey, what's up, Jaws? What's going on, man? And he smiles, and you can see that all of his teeth have been sharpened down to, like, you know, fangs, basically. He's like, eel. He says, I haven't seen you around here since the last time you fucked up. He says, who are these Gorchas? He's like, they're not Gorchas. They're just looking for information, and I could probably pass them along to somebody that can get more information. He's like, well, you know what you got to do. And he puts his hand out, and he's like, he hands him over 5 gold. And he says, really? He's like, I only got paid 10, man. Come on. And he looks to you all, and he's like, really? How these 4 are decked out, and you only got 10? And he's like, well, you know, I'm not good at fast talking, man. Come on. He's like, apparently, you dumbass. He says, give me one more gold coin and I'll let him in. It's like, oh. He's like, fine. Here. And he hands me our gold coin. He's like, all right. So he reaches back, and you see on his right hand, he has his gauntlet on, okay? And the gauntlet has a symbol of a key on the back of it. Right? It's actually a pretty gnarly fucking gauntlet, you know. He goes and he touches the fucking door in a certain pattern, and the door glows blue, and it pops open. He says, "All right, this is the disclaimer. You're going down to the underground. If you are beheaded, maimed, lose a limb, all your valuables, your soul, you're enslaved or sold for indentured servitude for no less than 5 weeks, it's not my fault. So don't come looking. Oh, yeah. I guess you won't need those things." Points your guys' horses. He says, "Well," he says, he puts his other hand out. And he says, "For 20 gold pieces apiece, I'll make sure your mounts are here when you get back. Because you can't take them inside."
I let go of mine, smack it on the ass, and let it.
Okay.
The guild mount, it'll end up back there.
Can I inside check that?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, 9.
You're
I'll be
pretty
more
sure
than happy.
You're pretty sure he's telling the truth, that he'll make sure your shit's all right.
I got an 18.
You're pretty sure that he's being truthful and he'll make sure your shit's all right.
And well, either way, I pay the 20 gold and give him instructions on how to feed my steed.
He's like, "I ain't feeding your fucking nag."
Yeah, or take care of it.
He's like, "It won't come to any harm. As long as you're back, it'll be all right." He
Fair
says,
enough.
"Oh, excuse me. Disclaimer. If you're not back within 2 weeks of you giving me this horse, I will sell the horse, at which time it's your fucking fault." Disclaimer.
Fair enough.
I'll pay you 10.
He says, "You pay me 10. When you go through that door, I'll chop up the horse and have a really good dinner. 20, or just figure it out. There's not any negotiation here. Price is the price."
Artoria whistles at her horse and it runs off.
Okay.
I pay the bunny.
All right. Good deal. So he walks over to the wall to his left, about 20 feet. He knocks on it with that gauntlet, and the wall opens, and you can hear like animals in there and shit, like, horses neighing and shit. He says, "Come on." So you walk it over, and he hands the reins to a fucking little kid. He drops a fucking coin in the kid's hand. And he says, "Store this 2 weeks." He's like, "All right, boss." And he takes him in, and the fucking wall closes up. And he says, "All right." He says, "I'll be here when you come out, or if you don't, there you go." Well, I can't have this door open for too long.
Well, then stop talking already. And Ansgar will like walk through.
Artoria will follow through.
All right. So I take it everybody goes through. He closes the door behind you guys. Eel fucking is like, "All right, come on." So at a brisk pace, you head down this tunnel, go down 3 flights of stairs, and you end up in this large plaza area. And you're tripping out because there's stores in here. It's kind of like a black market, kind of, sort of. And you just see shit that you can't see up above down here. People selling poisons, people selling fucking magic items that look like they've been stolen because they got family crests on them and shit. And you see fences, selling rares and stuff like that. They'll pay some fucking. They'll pay some thief like 3 coppers for it and turn around and sell it for a silver piece. Shit like that, it's just happening all over the place.
The shop.
Yeah. So, he heads down the causeway down there, and he gets almost to the last building on the right, and he takes a hook in. He's like, "Hold on a second, right here." So he walks in, You hear a little bit of yelling, and then he walks back out with this dwarf. This dwarf has got jet black hair. He's got a mohawk with some chops, long beard, ending in like these mithril skulls. And he's of course he's got this nice battle axe on his back, but he also has a rapier on his side. He's like, Eel says you need some information. He says, come inside. He says, Eel, get.
That's what she
Like,
said.
all right. He goes. He takes off. So he walks inside, and you see there's four dwarves right inside the doorway, all heavily plated out with fucking war hammers and shit. But they're not like the normal dwarves that you see. They're like, fucking gruff and shit like that. These ones look like they're fucking murder hobos, and they got fucking piercings and tattoos on their face. And one of them's got one of his beard. One of them's his beard is actually gone. You're like, that doesn't look right. These guys look just really shady fucking murderers and shit. So you head inside. He sits down at a table. And he says, Eel says you need some information.
Yeah, he said he could get us to the right person.
He says, all right. Probably that right person. What do you need?
Well, we're looking for a rather large, smelly, two-headed Ettin that is supposed to be hiding out somewhere in the underground.
Oh, that fellow. He says, well, I've heard of him. I haven't met him. I believe his name is Hibiscus.
Hubbard.
Hubbard?
There you go. Hubbard. Yeah, he's, from what I understand, he even made one of my dudes over there fucking puke. And, well, we're dwarves. We don't normally puke. Huh?
I said hibiscus. I love it, man.
Yeah.
It's a fucking flower.
He says, yeah, I've heard of him. From what I understand, he's staying with the Yesal brothers. That's not going to be an easy task. He says they're a pretty heavy group. They do a lot in stolen goods, stolen magical goods, and they're money cleaners also. He says, I'm not talking about Illumina currency here. I'm talking about shit from other planes and stuff like that. Shit that's got marks on it that will let you know it's stolen. Shit like that. Things that will come up on the radar really fast up on the top. He says those people up there are too goodies to deal in shit that we get down here. He says, but you didn't come here for fucking banter. You came here for information. He says, so this is what I'm going to do. He turns around. He walks to this like china cabinet. He pulls out a little key in it. He puts it in, opens it up, pulls out this fucking black leather book, closes it back. He says, all right. He says the location of the Yesal brothers compound is going to cost you 75 gold pieces.
I turned to the group. I was like, okay, guys, I spent 10 of my 15. So somebody's going to have to pony up some cash.
I know, I realized I do.
I look at the other two.
What?
75 gold pieces.
All right. Here you
No
go.
habla inglés.
Sure. What are we paying this for?
For the information on where to find the guy.
Dude, that's really expensive, isn't it? The other guy just took 10 gold.
Yeah, this guy's been a little more forthcoming and useful.
Yeah, well, I'm no one to judge then. Here, take those 75 gold.
All right. So you chirp
Since
out.
everybody's looking at me.
Yeah, so you chirp out 75 gold on the table for him. He says, all right. He counts it all out. He says, very good. Puts it in a bag of holding, looks like, or just a bag. And he walks over to the cabinet, puts the bag back in there, walks over, he opens the fucking little leather-bound book, and he says, all right. He reaches underneath the table, pulls a piece of parchment out with a pen, and he starts drawing you guys a map. And he starts scribbling notes here and there. And he says, all right. He hands you the paper, and he says, there you go. He says, that will get you there. He says, my contacts have not been there that often, but he says those passwords and trap locations are probably about a month old. That's best what I got.
All right. Would you be interested in any of the otherworldly goods we might come across if we take care of this problem?
I'm always interested in good shit.
Well, I'll be back to see you then.
We have 4 horses topside. They got plenty of good shit.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. He's like, yeah. He says, well, horses are good for meat. That's about it. And making mushrooms grow pretty good. The good mushrooms, by the way. He says, I have some, by the way. Drove quality mushrooms. He looks at you all raising his right eyebrow. No?
That's right.
Book him, Dano. No, just kidding.
Not today.
He says, all
Thank
right.
you, but I'll pass.
He says, well, I don't get these that often, so all right. So you head back out to the plaza. And 80% of the clientele or people that are around here are staring at you guys because you guys stick out like a sore thumb. There's no clerics down here. There's no large fighter types that look brave and bold. Everybody down here looks like they got tattoos and piercings. And true.
Yes, brave and bold and true.
And you know, they're all looking at you guys like you're fucking prey. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But he comes back out and he says, so first pathway is that way, and he points to the northeast. He says you'll come upon a trio of passageways there. He says the one in the middle, don't ever take that one. He says the one on the left, that's the one you want.
Thank you.
Yep. So, as you're all walking that way, the bustle and everything around just quiets down all of a sudden. And you see everybody around you stop and take a knee. And they're all looking. They're all taking a knee.
Taking a knee. What is that? What does that mean?
Like kneeling down on one knee.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You all look what's behind you.
Yes, I look what's behind me.
Okay.
I'm trying to smell really hard.
So you all look behind you and you see this very beautiful, pale-looking lady in this beautiful evening gown just walking down the boulevard right down the middle, and everybody is just prostrating themselves to her.
Would I know why they're doing this?
Make me a insight. Yeah, make me an insight roll.
Yep, I don't know crap. That's going to be a 6.
Okay. So, if
I
anybody's
got a 13.
that's not gonna do
Insight of 24.
Okay. All right. So you're watching everybody look at her, and you can definitely tell that she's not human or elf or whatever she is. She looks more like she has some elvish blood in her, but the pale skin, you know, the way her skin looks flaccid and without color, and just the way she walks with command, you can feel her presence from here. And everybody else around you is fucking kneeling, and they didn't stop to think about it. They just went down on their knees. You're pretty sure that this is probably like a hugely powerful person down here, or maybe it's a powerful being, and that you four sticking out like sore thumbs probably should be doing the same thing to avoid unnecessary attention.
Does this particular personage match the description of the Pale Queen?
Yes.
Oh shit. Artoria takes a knee and is not looking up. She's going to find herself a spot in the very, very back of the crowd.
Do I feel compelled to kneel?
You feel a little bit compelled, but that's probably because she is not that close to you. But you can feel the dominance waving off of her. You know what I mean? And you can see that somebody wasn't all the way down the line, and you watch, and she just reaches down and crushes his head with one hand. And then you could tell that she's casting something. Pretty sure you've seen wizards before cast this one little spell that cleans shit off of her, and you can see just the ichor and everything just run off of her hand.
Okay, out of seeing that and general fear for my life, I will kneel reluctantly.
Okay.
I got a 21 history check to see if I know who that person is.
Yeah, it's the Pale Queen. And you know that she doesn't take any shit, and that she dominates the underground around here, and that she is a superly powerful being within this area. But she keeps to her area for specific reasons.
Okay.
What I know is... Sorry.
I'll hide in the crowd and kneel.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know something similar with a history of 15?
You would know of her. You would know the gist of what I just said. But you know that this is not a being that you need to confront and try and lay justice on or something like that. This is one of those beings that you need, like Adrin or Revjack or Machiavelli or fucking Oral. All these super powerful members in your group to even probably want to be able to stand up and talk to her and shit like that. You know what I mean?
All right, so Artoria is going to grab the hem or belt loop or whatever of man, fucking names, damn it. Sanders' character,
Asgard.
yeah, him.
Ansgar.
And just Ansgar, and just pull him down so that he's on a knee, and she's going to whisper before the Pale Queen gets any closer. Just play along.
Oh, all right then. I guess I'll drop to my knees too. But who's this person that I'm bowing to?
Shh, tell you later.
All right.
You see, she stops. She looks your guys' general area. She keeps walking and she turns up the road. And you see after about 5 minutes or so, everybody starts getting up and starts doing what they're doing again.
I must say, I don't like bending the knee to a person that I don't know.
Yeah, that's not a person. That's the Pale Queen. The Pale Queen is the most powerful personage, if you will. She's a vampire. She's the most powerful thing down here in the Underdark, on the underground. You go up against her, you're going to be a splatter on the wall. Just saying.
Well, fair enough then. For the time being, if it must be this way, it must be this way, I guess.
Yeah, the best thing to do is just to avoid any contact with her whatsoever. And if we run into her, you need to turn around and run away.
Thank you, little lady.
All right. So after that happens, you see the people start moving around, but you can definitely tell they're all kind of a little shooken up because you can, if you listen, you can hear people whispering, she normally doesn't come out this time of day. Wonder what hell brought her out. I don't know, but that bitch is fucking scary. And you see his two pretty big guys walking down the road. And you hear other people talking and stuff. And you're like, oh yeah, you see what he did to that person's head? God. So, anyways, you guys continue on, unless you guys are gonna stand around and listen more.
No, we should probably get going.
Okay, so you head down the passageways, and farther down, you see there's some more houses and buildings down this way, but there seem to be like more of the lesser fences and stuff like that. And you get into a large tunnel, and you're traveling probably about a good 20 minutes, and you come to a junction where there's 3 passageways.
So we take the left one?
Yeah.
That's what the man said.
All right. So over each passageway is a glyph. And you're not really sure what it says unless you have Abyssal.
Yep. No.
You got Abyssal?
No.
No.
I have Undercommon.
No, it's written in Abyssal. If you don't know what Abyssal is, then you won't understand what they say.
Common, Celestial, Elvish. Nope.
All right. So head down the left passage.
To the left, to the left, to the left.
To the left. All right. So you get down that way. You start heading down. As you're walking down, you see the tunnel opens up a little wider, and you see on the left and right, you see some doors here and there. And so on this map, it shows where those doors are. But it says you go past them, and once you get to where there's a dip in the hallway, it says that there's supposed to be a trap in this area. It says look for a pebble on the ground that doesn't move, and that should be the beginning of the trap. So roll me a perception roll.
I see nothing. I got a 7.
Okay.
It's going to be a 25.
All right. So yeah, you spot a pebble. You walk up to it. You touch it, kind of try to move it, and it doesn't budge. All right. So the script on there says, when you get to this, 5 feet past that, there are tiles in the ground. All right, and you do see the tiles. There's a specific order that you have to walk these tiles, or otherwise that trap will activate. Okay. So with that, I'm going to have you guys roll an athletics roll for me.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Either way, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it matters to me.
Okay.
Me too, right?
whichever way you can do it is fine. The DC is going to be 15.
I got a 23.
Okay.
I got a 23 as well.
Yeah. And I was smart about this. I took the free skill that I got for being human. I put that in acrobatics.
Okay.
So.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
All right. So you all make it. All right. So you follow this specific path. Go ahead.
Never mind. There it is.
All right. So you follow the specific path. Okay. And once you get on the path, you see on the walls actually start growing like spikes. Okay. But they don't. Nothing moves. It's almost like the trap is waiting for you to fuck up. Okay. And so you travel the path that you're supposed to travel, and you get to the other side, and you guys are good. Okay. So, travel down some more, and you come to an opening and a large cavern. Okay. Now it says on the map that once you get to this cavern, that there is a there's a beast in here that you may or may not meet. And if you do, good luck. And if you don't, even better luck. Okay. So he says, makes a reference to like a skeleton or something like that. A large skeleton.
So as long as he doesn't make a reference to Cthulhu, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. So with that, you guys just head in, or you guys want to make perception rolls? Or the cavern, you can tell that it's probably about 200 feet long and about 100 feet wide. There's boulders strewn here and there. And you can see that there's lichen on the walls and spots in different areas. That's how you can tell how far it is, because there's dim light glowing here and there. Roll me a perception roll.
10.
22.
All right.
It's about the only thing she's good at skill-wise.
Okay, that's good. Next one you can see. So, before you head out, you get the thought, why don't I just sit here and watch for a little bit? So you're watching, and out in the distance, probably about 150 feet away, you can see, you see a skeleton, a very large skeleton, and it looks like it's got horns on its head. And if you ever seen like a cow if you've seen a cow's head, a skull, that's what it looks like. But the horns are pretty large and they're pointed. And you see the thing is moving with a fairly large like axe in its hand. And it's just kind of like skulking around. And
Undead cow skeleton.
yeah. Well, roll me Arcana.
This should be interesting. Buttered toast. I got an 11.
Anybody else? Did you point this out to everybody else?
Yeah, I might as well. I mean, silently, like, like, hey, look at the giant skeleton. No, nothing like that. Just point it out to everybody.
I have a 19 on Arcana then.
Damn, comes through. So you're pretty sure this is a skeleton of a minotaur. Okay.
Holy cow! I've seen those before, like with flesh, of course.
Yeah.
That's a dead walking minotaur. That is.
And now we're dead standing people.
I take out my sword and shield.
I would like to stealth.
Okay. So this thing is still probably about 100 feet away, and it seems to kind of walk in like a zigzag, like it's trying to cover the whole cavern, kind of sorta. It just walks like in that certain type of linear thing, back and forth.
Yeah, like a patrol pattern.
Yeah, basically, it seems like it's on a patrol, but it just kind of zigzags through here, so it can cover most of the area within a semi kind of line.
I got a 16 for stealth. I don't know if that'll do anything, but I will try to hide.
Okay.
I got a 24 on my stealth roll.
Obviously not hiding as well as him or her.
I got a 10.
I'm not hiding.
You're not hiding.
I'm not
Okay.
good at that. Like, might as well not.
Neither am
Okay.
I. I got a +3 at disadvantage.
I are we attacking this thing?
That's
I sure as hell hope not.
okay. So with Ansgar not
I'm not gonna make any extreme noise, but I'm not gonna be like walking at half speed or anything.
Somebody gonna get hurt really bad.
okay. So what is your passive stealth skill?
Mine.
Yes.
With the permanent disadvantage, does it get subtracted by 5?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's gonna be 7.
Okay. So I'm guessing you guys are going to move in a way where you're not near it.
Hopefully.
Okay. So you make your way, doing your best to not get near it or whatnot. And at one point, it's probably about 40 feet away. It stops once. It puts its head up in the air as if you think it's trying to smell something, but then it continues on. And you're able to walk past it. It rolled a 6, and it gets a -1. So luckily, it didn't roll higher than that. Otherwise,
Holy cow.
it would have seen Ansgar like a motherfucker.
Oh man. Yeah, your pooper would have been pounded there, buddy.
So you guys get past.
And don't need no stealth.
So you get past this thing, and the map says that there will be an opening at the end of the cavern. You'll go through that, and after that, there will be 3 doors. One of them leads to the main hall of the Esau brothers' place. The next one leads to the training room, and the other one leads to the armory. Okay. He says, but the armory is guarded by a pair of eunuch ogres. So, and he says he's not sure because they changed that shit up. Which door is which, so it's kind of a luck thing which one you're gonna get. So you got the 3 doors. Which one do you want to go for?
I say we roll for it, and he'll take out a die.
Okay.
I say we do what we came here for and leave the rest to itself.
The doors change? Is that what I'm understanding it says?
Yeah.
Like the doors, the different locations they switch in the hallway?
Like He says that the doors are magical in nature, and that whichever doors they switch, so like you're not. There's no specific pattern, from what he could tell.
Okay, so it's like the let's make a deal where you don't know what's behind
Exactly.
which door.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand now.
I rolled a 1, so let's just go through the first one.
Not to be contrary, but I think we need to go through the third one.
All right then.
Okay. So, let's see. All right. Roll and see where you guys got. Okay. So, are you just walking in, or are you guys wanting to stealth in, or how do you want
We might want to try stealthing in. That's just
Yeah, definitely
personal opinion.
stealth.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Scar, no offense, but you need to stay in the rear with the
Yup.
gear until we
Yup.
figure out what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll go last.
All right. So, give me another set of stealth rolls.
23 for me.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. I rolled twice. I got a 6 and a 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going with 7,
Okay.
and I'm not
Yeah,
even
that is-
stealthing.
I'm going with a 7. I'm not even stealthing. That's great. I got an 18.
Okay. So the two that rolled over the 18 and the 23, you have no problems. The other two of you, as you walk in, you walk into the armory, and of course, there's sets of armor on the walls, racks of weapons, and there's another doorway at the end of the room. Give me a second, and I'll throw a paint up real quick.
What kind of armor?
Just regular, like leather, studded leather, some chain in there, but there's nothing like plate mail or anything like that in there.
No half plate, no breastplate, nothing like that.
No, they're all. It's a thieves guild. They don't really use heavy shit, and if they do, the person that has it is not going to give that up or leave it in here.
Oh, would they be anything better than leather armor?
Yeah, there'll be some studded leather in there.
And there's nobody around that would see me take it, right?
Oh, there's two eunuchs in here. You just
Ah.
haven't seen them yet. Almost done. Okay, so shut that down real quick, and I'll screen share this for you guys. Okay, so this is what the room looks like. You all come through this door here. Okay, there is a shelf here that you can kind of see through, but it's stocked full of just boxes and other shit. Along this wall is all the cabinets with armor, and same thing on this side, and all these have racks of weapons and shit. And when you walk in, you can sort of see in between these, but if you want to try and make out what's on the other side, you have to give me perception rolls.
All right.
The DC is not high.
Is it lower than 8?
I got a 16.
All right, that'll work.
13.
All right,
Got an
so
11 to try and find the guards.
yeah, so On these two tables here, you see two ogres sitting on them. Well, actually, they're probably a little bit bigger than that. You see these two ogres sitting right here. Okay. One's a little bit bigger than the other one. One right here, he's just kind of a little bit more fat, but this one, he's still a big ogre. And they're sitting at this large table, and you can hear smacking of lips and grinding of bones and shit. And you could pretty much tell that they're eating. So the first two of you come in, and let's see. I gotta look for them types of nasties. So I'm gonna tell you right now, the ogres are going to spot the two that didn't stealth because they rolled better than them, even with them being fucking morons. All right, so the first two of you come in, and I'm gonna allow you 2 actions before the other 2 walk in and they hear them. So what do you want to do? And go ahead and roll initiative for me too, because it's gonna happen.
Well, shit.
All right, Sandy, you got initiative?
Yep.
Yeah, thanks.
Where are we at? Like, are we still within the chaos field?
I'm gonna say you're within 25% of it.
Hey, Matt, what is your character's name again? Enid? Enid?
Aridin.
Aridin. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I spelled it for you.
Thanks.
Guys, before this combat starts, I need to run to the restroom. I'll be right back.
That's fine. If you guys want to take a 5-minute break, we can do that.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind fucking doing that too. Be right back.
Glad to see you're feeling better.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know, man. Last night I think I ate too much. And it was just not agreeing with me at all. I ended up going to bed stupid early.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
Is everybody back?
I am back.
Okay.
I am. I'm super tired.
I'm here. Just don't know about Will.
I'm back.
All right. Very cool.
All right, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
That's right. There we go. All right. So my two ninjas. What do you guys want to do?
If my stealth roll is still good, I would like to go over to behind the shelf over here.
On the right side or the left side?
Left side.
Okay.
In between the two there that's in the middle of the room.
If he's going left side, then I'm going right side.
All right.
Try and flank him.
Alrighty. So, Aridin. On the left, like over here.
In between the two. Yeah, in there. If there's cover, if there's not, then I'll fall back to the other side.
Well, the racks are pretty filled up. So you got partial cover, but they rolled so low and you rolled higher, so they're not gonna catch you.
Okay.
Or do you want to like right here?
Yeah, there's good.
I need to make those a little bit bigger. All right. Sorting. All right. Yeah, sorting. You rolled well, right? So where you want to go? On the other side here?
No. Artorio rolled well. I rolled a 5.
Oh, so Artorio's got the 18? Or did I do that all wrong? Actually, I didn't do that wrong. Here.
That's
I think
the initiative,
Artorio
right?
had a good stealth roll, but didn't have a good
Initiative.
Yeah, my
initiative.
initiative was 9. My stealth was like 16 or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is still 19 then.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I just didn't stealth all that well. I just got a good initiative score.
all right, so you got there, Aridin. Sordin, you would be next. Unless you're letting the stealthy ones go in there first.
Do I know they that I'm there?
You rolled a what for stealth?
I rolled a 5.
Yeah. When you step in that room, they're gonna hear you because they got higher than you did.
Okay. I got sword and shield up, so I'm just going to charge towards them.
Okay. So you run in.
God damn it, Leroy.
I'm going to move 30 feet and take the defense action.
Sorry,
Dodge action.
couldn't help it.
Okay, that'll put you about right there, unless you want to be in the other side.
I'll be on the other side so I don't draw attention to Aridin.
You got 30 movement?
Yep.
All right, that'll put you about right here, basically, then. All right. Ogres, you stealth in here. You run in right there. Ogres hear you. This one spots you first. He's like, "Ugh!" And he stands up and he moves. He grabs the club that he has in his hand and he starts moving towards you. That puts him about right there. This one follows suit with the other fat bastard.
So fat he took the table with him.
He did. He's a fat bastard. Oh, he's not dead.
Apparently he's part Draugr too.
All right, Ansgar.
He's gonna walk in sort of casually into the room, checking it out, and he's gonna see the ogres on the right side. So he's gonna walk over with his halberd out and holding his action as soon as they get in.
That good?
In reach. Yeah.
All right, Artoria. So, Arian stealths in, moves. Okay. Then Sordin just rushes in, and then Asgard just walks through. And you can hear the ogre. You can hear the ogres moving after Sordin walked in. And now you are right here, or right here, whichever one of those two you want to start in. What do you want to do?
I want to be on the opposite side of Eridan over there. I want to be on because I stealth fairly well, I believe. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to be over here between these two racks on the right-hand side. Yeah, so I can kind of flank them.
All right, so your movement. Yeah, I'm gonna say you two went in and hit them in this area. All right, but the order of initiative is going to be the same. So it is your initiative now.
Okay, so they've definitely seen those two. We'll now label them Leroy 1 and Leroy 2. Let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3. It's 15 feet to the ogre, or is that 10 feet?
Each square is 5.
Okay, so if I move 10 feet forward, I should be able to get to that first red one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, move me up to that one, if you would, please.
All right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right there. Try and avoid being smacked by both of them at the same time. It is a bonus action to... Ooh.
They're regular ogres. They're not been
okay
at all.
All right. Then she's just going to smack one of them with her longsword. And that's going to be a fuck me running. Natural 20 to hit.
Are you going to smite on that critical?
I had thought about it. All right, so double max damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you smite, the damage doubles too.
Okay. So we're looking at, I'm only going to drop a level 1 in there, but because of the way this thing works, it is 2 2d8, and then another 2d8, and then one more d8, which is 5d8, which is 40. And if I double that, that's 80 points of damage, plus the, is it plus 3? Plus 6. So 86 points of damage to this ogre.
Yeah. You kill him.
That is ridiculous.
Do you want to explain it, or do you want me to?
However you want this ogre to die is okay with me, because I'm just trying to figure out how the hell. Whew, boy, wow.
Okay. So, Sodan, whatever. Soso and Ansgar, you run up this side over here. And Aridin, you're watching as fucking Artoria just gingerly walks out from behind this rack, pulls out her sword, and this thing just looks over at her as she walks up. And she stands there for a second with her sword in her hand, kind of doing like a football pose. And her sword is just kind of circling around in a certain way. And then she just jabs it up, and it slices through his nose, and the tip of the sword pokes out the back of his head.
That's definitely an interesting way of doing it.
And as he's looking, and like his eyes go across because he's trying to look at the sword that's poking through his face. And as she pulls it out, it's got that sickly clunk, crunk kind of sound. As she pulls it out, she flicks her blade, the blood flies off of it, and this thing looks at his partner and just kind of slumps to his knees and falls over.
I would like to think to myself, well, hell, I might not even be needed.
Well,
okay. So that was 10 feet, right?
that was.
All right. With the remaining 20 feet, I'm going to close with the other ogre.
Okay.
And take my second attack roll. That's an 11. I don't think that's going to hit.
It actually does.
Holy shit.
That's their armor class.
Okay.
That's the worst
All right.
thing about ogres. Everything else, they'll fucking destroy you, but that's the worst thing about ogres.
Alrighty then. I'm not complaining. At all. So we're doing, well, that makes up for the last attack. That's minimum damage. So a total of 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay. So ogre number 1, Leroy 2 is no more. Nope. 2, he gets 7 points of damage. Okay. All right, you all done?
Yeah, that's gonna be her turn.
Okay. Roll me before I let you go. Roll me a. Do you have the intimidation skill?
Hang on, I gotta scroll back up to there. I do not. I have persuasion. I don't have intimidation.
Okay. All right.
Although
So
I do have to say that was pretty damn intimidating.
that's what I was gonna say. If you had intimidation, I was gonna let you fucking do something else. But
just go grr at him. See if he wet himself.
I mean, if you just stick your fucking sword in this other one's face, and he dies, and you just gingerly walk up to this one and just slash him with a fucking just like a fucking backhand slash, like a Zorro slash real quick, and he'd probably be scared as fuck at you. You right now.
Just kind of wink at him and go, "Ole, bitch."
Yeah. So, Aridin, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to poke my head out from around this cabinet or shelf or whatever it is,
It's a weapon rack. Yep.
and using my sharpshooter feat, take a shot.
Okay.
Well, you could probably fire from within the racks then.
Well,
That's
that's
fine. You
true.
walk around either way.
13 to hit.
Yep.
All right, so let's see. I gotta double check this here. D8
You take it-
plus.
You take a -5, right, for the
Yep,
sharpshooter?
that is a -5.
Okay, get that 10 extra damage. Okay.
That's going to be 20 damage.
Okay. So you just poke around this thing. You take a breath in as you pull the draw of it, feeling the fleshing touch your cheek, and you're just the letting go of it is almost like a surprise. That the bow twangs in front of you, and you watch the arrow spiral forward and just lodges right into his right cheekbone and pokes out the other side. And Artoria, you watching as this arrow just instantly appears as if he's wearing one of those stupid little hats that have the arrows poking out both sides. And he's trying to move his jaw, kind of, sort of, but it's not really working. He's like, But yeah, you tag him really fucking good. All right, Sordin.
Okay, I'm gonna move 30 feet up to it and attack.
Okay. I'm gonna put you right there. Is that good?
Yep.
All right.
I got a 26 and 10 damage.
Okay. So you run up and following the slash that Artoria just put in him, you kind of dig your sword to the hilt in his gut. You hear it's almost funny because you hear the smack against his skin as you smack the fucking hilt to him and pull it back out. And he's just like, "Ugh." All right. And then his turn. He's just looking at you two in front of him, and then he raises his great club and he swings for one of you. I'm gonna roll D4. Let's see which one he. All right, so he swings for Artoria.
He has disadvantage
Okay.
as I use my shield to intercept the blow.
All right. Oh, that's good. He rolls a nat 1. Okay, so what he does instead is he lifts it up. He lifts his great club up real high to fucking bring it down in an overhead smash. And the blood that's splattered has made his hand slippery. And he moves his hand real quick to re-grip it, and the fucking club just falls and smacks him in his head real quick. And
Wingardium Leviosa.
exactly.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
So he gets tagged in the head for
I was thinking about that too, but that was a troll in the dungeon. Never
This is-
mind.
yeah.
Sorry.
Close enough.
It tags him in the head, and he just and he's kind of dazed. All right, Ansgar.
That was almost the magic word I used for the magic word password on the levitation that I put on the crystal.
Ansgar, what you gonna do?
I am going to move my full movement and see if I can get within 10 feet of the troll. Ogre.
Right there.
Yup. And I'm gonna hit it with my halberd.
Okay.
And that's a 23 to hit. And
That's gonna hit.
oh man, that's bad. That's 5 slashing damage. And
Okay.
I'm gonna put my unwavering mark on it. So it has to attack me. Like I'm gonna taunt it to attack me and no one else. So if it attacks anyone else, it gets disadvantage, but me. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to attack it with the other side of my weapon with the pole arm master.
All right.
and that's a 15 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, it's gonna take minimum damage, 4 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And that's my movement and all actions, so I'm done.
All right. So you swing across the head over the heads of these two, since they're shorter than you are, and you clip him in his left titty. Basically, chop off his left tit, right? And as you twirl around, you thrust the butt of it, and you catch him in his chin. And then it's going to be Artorio's turn.
All right. We're gonna smack this dude again.
He's very low on health.
Oh well, it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter because I just rolled another natural 20.
Okay. So, Artoria,
Fuck me running.
quiet and serene, ducks her head slightly as the halberd flies over her head. You hear the whoosh, and you feel the blood splatter across your body, little warm sprinkles. And you're thinking, that's quite nasty. So, you kind of go back in your little pose again, and your sword is just kind of doing little circles. You're pinpointing where you want to stab him. And he looks down at you real dumbfoundedly, and you just thrust your sword right where his heart is. And fucking twist it a little bit. You feel it grinding against fucking rib bones. You pull it back out, flick your sword again, and you see this gout of blood just pour through the fucking chest cavity where you just ripped it open, and it starts coming out of his mouth, and he pisses on himself, and he drops to his knees and just falls back.
See, that's like honestly, that's something I would envision happening in like one of the Fate series of animes. You know, that kind of shit happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, damn, two nat 20s almost in a row.
There you go. That's why paladins fuck shit up, man.
I'm telling you.
I've seen the light.
Dunculous. I'm serious, man. I'm serious too, because I've heard people say, you know, and I've read people on like boards and whatnot talking about optimization of characters and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, it takes 6 levels of paladin. You get your aura, and you get smites, and man, it's just damn.
I thought fucking fighters were badass. Well, depends on, but yeah, they get. Mm-hmm.
I'm sold, but that is my turn.
All right. So with that, Fat Boy here, Leroy number 2, goes bye-bye, and you're left with the empty room and 2 very fat, emptying bodies of ogre smack. So
you see, Artoria just kind of wipes her blade on the dirty cloth of one of their loin cloth deals and resheaths Excalibur, or fake Excalibur, whatever you want to call it.
we'll call him Fee.
Yeah.
All right, so you're in a room. There's weapons up and down these racks. There's armors in here. This thing has got just like components for making armor and weapons. You know, there's ingots of fucking steel and fucking rolls of leather and stuff, and just little rivets for like the stud of leather and stuff like that. So basically, this is their storeroom for this is their armory. You know, you
Do
see
any of the weapons look high quality or magical in nature?
you see some that are a little bit better than normal, but you don't see anything that's like fucking catching your eye, like holy fuck, that's bad. You're not gonna see anything like that in here. This is just like when they call fucking, you know, when there's a call for defending the fucking.
I got it. This
The
is
place.
their weaponry that they use.
Yeah.
It's not the weaponry that they've stolen. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
You're gonna get a regular AR here. You're not gonna get a fucking AR with fucking pack 4s and fucking optics and all that shit.
Ah, man, no A cards.
Sorry, brother.
I are sad. Sorry.
Yeah. So
Well,
you fucking down these things like they're fucking nothing. With good
Hopefully
teamwork.
they didn't. Yeah, hopefully they didn't raise an alarm or didn't have time to.
Now, if you want, you can make a perception roll to try and listen at the door if you want.
It's going to be a total of 21.
Yeah. So you go up to the door, and it's a kind of sturdy wood door. You put your ear up to it. You don't hear anything behind it. You think you might hear like some chatter, but nothing that seems like alert. Nothing throws you like, oh shit, they know we're here or anything like that. So,
Okay, well, if anybody wants anything or needs to replace anything, I guess now would be the time to do it. Because once we leave, I don't think we should come back.
yeah.
Is
So-
Airden getting new armor?
Airden would like to get new armor and also to check and see if there is either poisoned arrows or poison for arrows.
All right, roll me an investigation.
I really need to up that stat.
Yeah.
14.
Okay. The armor you'll find. What are you looking for? Like studded leather or something?
Yeah, studded leather's fine.
Yeah. So you find a suit. You find about 10 suits of studded leather in here. You look through them. You kind of hold them against your body, and you're like, okay, well, there's 2 sets, and one of them you figure will probably fit just about right. So, you strip down real quick, and you try it on. It's just a tiny bit, little bit baggy, but nothing that's going to hinder your movement. So it works just fine. You can probably get it fit to you perfectly once you get back.
All
So
right,
you
I'm
have
going to
studded
leave
leather.
the leather armor in its place where I took the studded from.
All right.
And what about the arrows or
All right.
poison?
The arrows and the poison with the roll you got, you're not going to find it.
All right.
If anybody
Just gonna point out to Aridin, right? Aridin.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you clipped your emblem to your leather armor or not, the UAG emblem. But just
No,
keep that with you.
it's stuck down between my boobs.
Okay, cool. Just checking to make sure we don't leave any evidence behind, if you will.
A piercing?
Yes, it's on the left nipple.
Janet Jackson, run for your money.
So if anybody else wants to roll an investigation, that's fine.
Sure,
If not,
what the hell. Yeah, I got a 6.
that'd be a Negatron.
Yep. I don't even know we're in a room.
I'll roll for shits and gigs.
17.
I got a 21 on a +2.
Nice.
All right. So with a 17 and a 21, yeah, you find a couple vials that look kind of old, but they're labeled poison. So because they're old, I'm going to say that they'll do a D4 application. As far as like poison arrows, like specifically enchanted for some, you're not going to find anything like that. But you do find probably about another 10 quavers of arrows in here within this barrel. And you find over here on the wall, like the quivers themselves, but just empty, hanging on the wall over here. And with the poison, let's see, the first vial, you'll have 2 applications. With the second vial, you'll have 4 applications.
So 1.5 full vials.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I pass them off saying, is this what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Is,
kind of what I was looking for.
The Artoria's going to search the ogres, see if they got any money on them.
I find about 10 copper pieces between the two of them. They really didn't seem like they're eunuchs. Their shit's been chopped off. They're specifically here for a reason. They don't go anywhere. Other than that, they find 2 great clubs and one little pouch on each of them and the loincloth. That's basically all they had.
Okay.
And some foot wraps. They're not kept up well. They're fed well, but they're not kept up well.
Gotcha.
So with that, what do you guys want to do from here?
We should probably go find the correct door.
Okay. You're gonna go back out the way you came?
Isn't that the only way to go?
Well, there's a door right here too.
Oh. Then I mean, is it possible to like peek through the keyhole or something of that door and see where it maybe leads?
Yes, there is. Roll
Alright,
me
so-
perception roll.
All right.
And while he's doing that, I'd like to retrieve my arrow just in case that can be traced back.
22.
Okay. Your arrow. Basically, what you can do is probably just take the fletching off of it, and maybe the tip of the arrow. But the arrow itself, it's not gonna come out. It's lodged in his fucking jawbone, unless you
Okay.
want to sit there and hack it for a little while.
No, I'll just snap either end off.
Okay, that should probably suffice, anyways. Yeah. So with the 22, you get a peek of this room, and you're only gonna get about from there to about right there. Okay,
Okay.
as you're looking through a keyhole, basically.
Right.
So you look in the hole. You see you look in the room, not the hole, but or the hole and the room. You see a door over here.
Okay.
You see a desk here, and you see a long table about right here. You see it's got bench seats, and you see about 3. Damn it! Oh well. You see 3 humans, which look roguish looking types.
Okay.
Small, skinny in stature, with cloaks with hoods on them. You can tell this one's got a short sword on him. You can see a dagger on this one. This one you can't really see because he's blocking your view. There's
Right.
some food and stuff on the table, and you see this one has got a piece of parchment laid out in front of him. Over here, like I said, there's a desk, and it's got a table here. It's got a chair with a table there. Right there. You see a shelf, or you see part of a shelf there, and you can see a shelf here and a shelf here. All right, and you can see a couple chairs, just kind of sitting around right over here. But that's about it. That's all you see in there.
No two-headed Ettin.
No two-headed in here. But this door is a double door, and no Harry Potter.
Okay, so Artoria will tell, or we'll just like relay. Hey, look, I think there's I think this next room here is like a dining chow hall, something. Looks like there's 3 of them in there that I can see. Do you guys want to use the other door, or do you want to go through here and possibly take out some more people before they try to take us out?
Roll me an investigation roll.
Oh, shit. Just lost my 20. Hang on. Almost lost it again. 17.
Okay. You get the DC. I want to shoot. So you watch in there, right? So you're like, okay. And you put your ear up to it so you can try and hear. So you hear one of them say, "Well, how long are we got to have that stinky fuck here?" And one on the other side says, "Well, I don't know, but that guy really reeks. But I wish they would move him out of the fucking out of the barracks over there." And he's like, and the other guy's like, "Yeah, because he keeps looking at me like he wants to eat my ass, and he stinks. God, I can never get used to that fucking smell." Yeah, and he's like, "Well, you know, you could tell Eric that he's shitting in the area over there. Maybe they'll move him to another spot." He's like, "Well, we could do that, but when does Eric really give a shit about what it smells like?" And then he's like, "Well, yeah, but he's the boss. But you never know." So
Did they like? Did the one talking about the sleeping quarters or whatever motion towards that double door, or was it just a general conversation?
well, when you heard him say that, you kind of peeked in there real quick, and you see that he kind of nodded his head towards the double doors, kind of, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not sure if that's the barracks in there or if it's just another way to get to the barracks. You're not positive. You want to roll insight roll.
Can do that. Don't know if it's going to help though. That's a insight 14. Wait, hang on a second. I got to scroll up my thing again. No, actually, I do have insight, so that's an 18.
All right. So when you watch him, yeah, he definitely makes some gestures that the barracks is right here. You're thinking that the sound of his voice and the way he was gesturing, that should be the barracks right there.
Okay. So Oratorio will kind of relay the information to everybody else. Hey, look, if we go through here, the door across from the tables, or the door across from the one in front of me here, is it goes to the barracks, and apparently that's where the stinky one is. Your guys' call. Hashtag make up my mind.
Hashtag don't worry, the government will do it for you.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so who's charging in first? Who wants to be Mr. Jenkins?
Sure, I'll charge in.
I'll
Open the
All
door.
right, we have a Leroy 1 and a Leroy 2 on our side now.
I would like to stealth.
I would like to try that as well.
Yeah. Not good
All
at
right.
stealth.
16. So I can live with the 16.
Okay.
I have a passive stealth of 8.
Okay.
It's like, oh my god, my stealth sucks so much that I'm just gonna go with the passive.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna walk.
You're just gonna take a 5. No, we're good. I'm stealthy. Don't worry about it.
24 for me.
Okay. So since Ansgar is gonna go in first, there's really no point in fucking trying to be stealthy. So how you want to do this, Ansgar? You just bust in and just run up and smash, or how do you want to do
Yeah,
this?
sure. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's just open the door and fucking get it over with and get like smelly old fart face out of there.
Okay. Let me move the. I'm gonna keep
Okay.
this if that's cool with you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, the same
I'll just
thing.
take the
Anyway.
ogres out, and I'll roll an initiative for them real quick. Okay. They got a 13, and they get a +2. So what's a +2?
Do we have a 14 or a 15?
Just say they have a fucking 14.
Okay. So they'll go after Ansgar.
Yeah, I'll just say Ansgar goes first because he's going on first.
So where's the thing? The round circle there?
No, I hold on. I'll get to the map. Map's right there. I'm getting this
All right.
situated so we can move us down.
Well, I'll move all the way so I can attack it. Is it within 40 feet of me?
Come on. Give me a sec, sweetie.
Okay.
I'll get you there.
That's what she said.
That she did, my friend. That she did.
Okay.
So, you, Mr. Ansgar, are... You're not red. I gotta switch that around. You're still green.
Yep.
So, go like this. Green. Go like this. Red. Okay. You are right here when you come through. Okay. Closest one will be this one, and that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's going to be 30 feet right there. Okay. But this is going to be sort of a surprise round, so I'm going to allow you to move up to at least right here so you're within reach of this guy.
And this guy is smelly McFartface?
No, this is just a regular rogue.
Well, then I'm going to attack the regular rogue.
Okay.
Because that's what we came here to do, right?
We came here to get Hubbard, but they're in the way.
Oh, okay, so we got to get rid of them. 15 to hit?
That'll hit.
Ah, cool. This dude is going to take not a lot, 7 slashing damage,
Okay.
and a modified 20 with the backside of my halberd, which deals 7 bludgeoning.
Okay, so get into a thief guy real quick. Okay, so the first damage was what?
That was my D10. I think that was 7. 7 slashing damage.
All right, 7 slashing, and your second attack was how
7
much?
bludgeoning.
So 7 and 7.
Yeah, 14.
All right, you tag him good. He does not go down, but he's hurting pretty fucking bad from what you can see. Okay, next
Right.
one through the door is who?
It was me.
All right, we'll move you up. I'm going to allow you to run up to this guy and make a swing.
I was going to go with Ansgard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a swing.
Hey, bada, hey, bada.
Yeah. A natural 20 for 20 points of... No, wait, it's 21 points of slashing.
Okay, he's toast. You fucking run his ass through. You just come up, stab him in his fucking neck, and bash him with your fucking shield, and he falls underneath the table. All right, who's in next?
I'll just peek around the doorway and take a shot if nobody wants to go before me.
I'll move in. Leave the ranged back so that there's nobody like behind him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Can I get up to the one on the right?
Yeah, you run up there.
All right. Is a 14 going to hit?
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be a total of 14 points of damage.
All right, so you tag him good, but he does not go down. But
I'll kick him in the nads.
Yeah,
because I get a second attack.
You just run up and fucking shank him in his chest.
And the next one is a 19 to hit
All right.
for 10 more points of damage.
Sweet. Yeah, so you run up, and you have to kind of like turn your body a little bit. And when you turn your body a little bit, you kind of backhand slash him, or you kind of slash him from your left to right across his fucking throat. And then you come back and you stab him in his back and impale him with a sword pops through the front of his fucking leather armor. And as you pull the blade out from his back, he falls back onto the ground and dead. All right.
Cool.
Eridan, you pop in real quick, or you pop in the door right there real quick, and you can take a shot at this guy that's left.
All right. Sharpshooter feat.
Okay.
14 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. He'll take 18 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you pop in real quick. You feel the fleshing on your cheek again. You loose, and you watch the arrows that spirals through, and he's looking at Ansgar, and then he slow motion looks at you, and that's when the fucking arrow fucking just tags him right in his fucking mouth. And he's just about to yell, and he falls over backwards on the fucking bench, dead.
Yeah, at that point, Arturi is going to look back at the newest member of the UAG and just kind of nod in approval.
Okay. Roll. All right. So, next round. First one is Eridan. What you all didn't see, okay, is that there are a trio over here playing cards, and there's one over here at a shelf. And Eridan, you are in the room here.
All right. Well, in that case, I will take another shot and see if it works.
Okay.
Sharpshooter.
Who are you shooting at?
Let's go for the one by himself.
Oh, sorry, that was the wrong color. My bad. Okay, go ahead.
15 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. And they'll take 19 points of damage.
Okay. So you come in loose there. You see the other one. You turn to your left, kind of turning around so that way you don't have to turn to the right in an awkward way. And as you're turning, you fucking grab another arrow and knocking it, pulling it back. And as you come back around, you loose it, and it flies and tags this dude right in his fucking lung from behind. And you hear him go, and fucking kind of blood splatters against the fucking bookcase over here as he fucking falls forward, dropping a bunch of books on top of him. Sorden, you turn just in time to see these three stand up, but you're able to move. What do you want to do?
I'm going to move towards them.
That's 30 feet right there.
And I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. And we got Ansgar.
I will probably dart over there, like go over there. How far is that?
You'll make it to about right here, but you should be able to reach this guy right here.
Yep, I'll attack him then.
Okay.
Modified 20 to hit.
It'll hit.
And that's gonna be a, what is that? Plus 3, 10 slashing damage from my halberd.
All right. All right. So you run up, and as you're coming around this way, you're starting to move the halberd over your head in kind of like a motion if you were swinging something. And right as you get right here, you twist around real quick, and Sorden, you kind of duck your head as you feel the halberd move past you, and it comes down and it clips this dude right in the side of the chest, and it kind of moves him up about a foot, and then you pull it out, you turn to your right in a circular motion, and you jab the butt end of your fucking halberd and him too.
With a natural 20.
God damn it.
But that's my weak attack. So that's gonna be 11.
All right. So yeah, so you clip him there, you chop him with your halberd, and you turn around and you fucking just clock him right in the forehead, and his eyes cross and he just falls back and dies. All right, their turn. These two guys are just like, holy fuck. They pull out short swords. They each have a pair of them, and they move towards Ansgar first as they see him as the biggest threat to them right now. They're gonna double up on you.
They move within 10 feet of me, then I get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. You only get one, so pick which one you want.
Is one of them that came towards me hurt?
No, neither of these guys have been touched yet.
Okay. Then I'll just roll. So, that's a 23 to hit.
All right. Which one are you hitting, the top or the bottom guy?
The bottom guy.
Okay.
Yay, that's was that 12 slashing damage.
Okay. So, let's see. So you clip that one dude. These guys run towards you, and as they're running towards you, you kind of circle around to your right again, and you catch this guy right here with a really good fucking smack as he lifts up on his chest, and you just cleave him there. And they get to attack. So the first guy is going to attack you with a short sword. First one is going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right. He does 6 points of piercing damage. All right. His next attack, he rolls an 11, which I believe is going to miss you, right?
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. The next guy, he's got a pair of short swords too. This guy rolls a 21 again.
That
He does another 6 points of damage. His next attack, he attacks you with a 17.
That is my armor class.
All right. And he does 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And they're all piercing. All right.
All right.
Artoria.
Okay, so I'm not close enough to get to the guy that's over here by himself in the corner.
That guy's actually dead.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I didn't erase him.
All right, so the three guys that are on the left in the bottom left, I wouldn't be able to get to either. But would it be possible to chuck a javelin at him, or is that too far distant?
Javelins have a 30,
6,
120.
8, 9,
Yeah,
10,
you should. Yeah, he's within.
He's within 60, so if I move 30 feet towards him, I should be able to get within minimum range, so I don't get disadvantage. Is that true? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Javelins are D6s, are they not?
Hold on, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So first javelin is going to be a 3, 6, 23 to hit, and it's going to be 4 points of piercing damage.
okay,
And if
that
there's
guy
one-
goes down.
Yeah, I was going to say if there's one that's already wounded, she would target him first.
Well, it's really the only one because Ansgar is kind of covering him, so he would have a bonus to his AC because of cover. So
All right. Well.
yeah, you attack him.
All right, then she's not really interested in sticking a javelin in the back of Ansgar, so she's going to hold her second attack, and that'll be her turn.
Okay.
I don't
mean,
think
he only
you can
gets a
hold-
+2 to AC for the cover.
I don't think you can hold your second attack. Like you have extra attacks.
No, I don't mean like holding an action. I mean like not trying to attack, going to hold off on doing it because Artoria doesn't want to hit Ansgar in the back with a javelin, so she's not going to attack the target she can't fully see.
That's
All
fair. That's fair.
All right, Airden, your turn. You have clear line of sight to hit this guy.
I have sharpshooter, so it wouldn't matter much. Yeah, let's try sharpshooter. And that's going to be a 6, so never mind.
Well, it goes wide over here. So, Soren.
I'm gonna move 5 feet.
All right.
Not there.
You want to go right here?
Yeah, I always try and move beside another person because
Your protection. Okay. Go ahead and attack.
Yeah. And I'm gonna slash with the longsword. 24 for 11.
All right. He takes it. He does not go down. That's the first time he's been hit. All right. And if that's your only attack, then it'll be Ansgar's turn.
I've got a 19 to hit him with my halberd.
Okay, you hit him.
Okay, so with that, he's gonna unfortunately only take 7 slashing damage.
Well, that's terrible because you just killed him.
Well, fair enough then.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that you just kind of pulled your haft down a little bit to get a shorter reach, and you just kind of overhanded him right down on his fucking right collarbone. It just cleaved through his fucking leather.
And I just kick him away to the ground.
All right. So, with that, they didn't get a chance to get a yell off, so you guys are still in the good. All right. You do notice that there is another door on this side over here.
I'm drinking a potion.
All right. And
20...
as of this moment, you guys are out of combat.
22 to search the desk for any vital or interesting information.
Okay. So, you get there. Is anybody else searching anything else before I start doing this with him?
Yeah, I'd like to just check the shelves for any books that's I don't like anything that's got glyphs on it or something that I don't recognize right off. I speak Common, Elvish, and Dwarvish.
Okay. We'll get to that in a second. I just want to know if anybody else is going to do anything. Okay, so Artoria runs over here to his desk. You start searching. You find a journal. You find a pouch with 16 gold pieces in it.
Okay.
You find a dagger that looks like it might be a little enchanted.
Okay.
There's 3 drawers on each side here. The first 2 drawers on this side will open. You find just papers and other stupid shit. The last drawer is locked. The top drawer on this side is locked, and the other 2 below it are open. On this side, you find another couple silver pieces, 4. And those 2 doors are locked. This middle drawer right here, it's open. It just has writing material, and it had that journal in it or whatnot, or ledger.
Okay. When you say locked, is there a key? Like, is there like a keyhole?
Yeah, there's a little keyhole on it. This one had a keyhole on it. This one over here that's locked, the one that's on the bottom, it just, you're not sure how it's locked. It's just kind of thing. But if you want to roll, did you roll investigation? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a 22.
Okay, so you search around for a little bit, and you open this door, and then you pull on that again, and it actually opens this time. So in there, you find a hand crossbow, and about 3 bolts with it. Okay.
Okay.
You find a vial of a green, sticky-looking substance, which you're pretty sure is probably poison because you found poison before. And it looks like it's probably got about 2 applications left in it. Okay. The bolt that is sitting on the crossbow looks like it's been coated already with a green substance.
Okay.
And on this side over here, it does have a key for it. So you'd have to either bust it open or use your lockpicks or whatnot.
Um,
If you have lockpicks, I don't know.
no, she started out as a paladin, and her background doesn't have thieves' tools. So, anybody know how to pick locks?
Yeah, I can pick locks. Unfortunately, I need to get a set of tools. But maybe one of these rogues happen to have a set.
Well, there we
That's
go.
an idea.
Oh.
So we can search the body for them,
All right. So there is.
or maybe the
let's
key.
see, there were 7 rogues in here.
Mhm.
You find 5 sets of lock picks on them.
All right.
Okay. You find. Let's see, it's 4. You find 6 short swords, 2 long swords, and you find 5 daggers between them. You also find 2 light crossbows with full bolt cases. And you find another vial of poison. This one is like a kind of darkish brown kind of color. And you're looking at it probably has about 2 applications on that. Okay, so the bookshelves. You find 1 book that has glyphs on it. The rest of them is just kind of like history of certain like trades in the city, like say a merchant fucking wrote a book, like how he did it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you find in those kind of books that they've got like a place marker put, like a bookmark, and you open it up to where points, and you can see like the areas have been highlighted where it kind of explains what they did to get certain things to work. Kind of like they're using it as like information, like intelligence to like, hey, if I wanted to break into this guy's place, what kind of traps or locks does he talk about most of all in his shit? You know what I mean? So that way they're kind of like getting prepared for what they need to do if they want to break into shit, stuff like that. In this case right here, you find 2 healing potions, and you find a ring. It doesn't look magical; it just looks like it's a nice ring, which is inside of a tiny little box. And on this one over here, you just find like medical supplies. You find 1 healing kit. You find a bunch of wraps, and you find like a couple poultices that you're not really sure what they are.
Okay.
Down on this side, there was another one down here, and I'll go through that real quick. We'll do that real fast. This one right here has just plain books, like Adventures of Tom Tom, the ugly elf, and fucking kobolds who knew, and fucking Super Plucky, the giant rock that befriended the fucking friendly ogre, stuff shit like that. Just stupid little adventure books. Like if they wanted to sit down and read a book, actually.
The Secret Treasure of One-Eyed Willie.
There you go. Goonies forever, bitches. No.
Damn Skippy.
Yeah. All right. So you find right over here. Roll your sleight of hand.
All right. That's going to be 17.
Okay. So that's fine. So you pop it. You open up the drawer. You and Arturia are looking in here. You find you find a little metal plate with glyphs on it. The glyphs go all the way around the edges. In the center of the plate, it looks like it's been shined really good. Okay. And Arturia, you could feel that it's got some magic to it. Okay.
Okay.
You find a ring in there that looks like it's magical. You find a very dark bluish potion in there. And then you find another potion that looks like it's like a clear kind of whitish liquid with like swirls of like really light blue moving around in it. And that's all you find in there. And that completes everything in this room as far as that. All right, so between the rogues, let's see, there was 7 of them. You find 10, 20. You find 28 gold pieces between all of them.
Okay. And when I'm going to put the 10 copper pieces from the ogres down because I didn't do that.
That's
Or
fine.
haven't done it yet. There we go. So Artori is just going to kind of, because none of this has enough weight to break her bag of holding. She'll just offer to put all this stuff in the bag of holding, except for the healing potions. Anscar used one, and Aridin, I don't know if you have any, like if you've used one or not. Do you need another healing potion?
No, I've got 3.
Okay, well then we'll give both the healing potions to Anscar unless somebody has an objection to that.
That's fine by me.
All right. And Anscar, how much damage have you taken? I mean, like how on a scale of 1 to maximum hit points, where are you at?
3 hit points from max.
Okay, so you don't need a
I
lay
don't
of hands
fucking
or
know.
anything like
Don't
that.
ask me this at like 1 a.m.
Okay, I just I was looking for like a red, yellow, green.
Yeah, very green. I drank 2 health potions and put
Okay,
myself
so
up
all right,
again.
so you got 2 back again, so you're
Cool.
good there. We can identify everything later, if we want to push through. If
Yeah,
that's everything in the room.
We're almost to the end of the game. Okay, so with that, last door that you guys want to go through will be this one, which was the barracks. Okay. So if you want, you can do the peek through the keyhole again if you want.
Yeah,
Sure.
better.
Okay.
So 17.
All right, that's good enough. All right, so you're here at the double doors. You peek through, and you see your fucking Mark. He is sitting, or he's actually laying on this huge pile of fucking like they made him like a fucking just like a pallet of hay right here in the middle of the room. And you can see like the other beds have been like kind of pushed away from him on the sides over here and there. And there's nothing here in the middle. It just looks like they were giving him a really wide berth. But you can see him kind of sitting down right there, looking at like fucking something in a box, you know. All right, so it's up to you guys. What you gonna do?
Would it be possible to try and crack the door open quietly and just kind of look and see if there are any other people in the room?
Yeah, roll me a stealth.
It's a total of 19.
Okay, so you poke through, and you look in, and the room has another set of doors over here on the left side, right there, and you just see bunks everywhere, foot lockers and shit like that. Other than that, the room is completely empty, and you're guessing it's probably because the motherfucker stinks, and nobody wants to be in here with him.
That's a fair assumption. Would that 16 be able to get me up close to him?
I'm gonna say no because his passive is 14, and with you being you peeking in the door is one thing. You moving in and him not noticing you with 2 heads is probably not gonna happen.
All right, and our job is to
Either capture him or kill him.
okay, and he's looking at something in a box.
Yeah.
Is he facing the door or the wall?
Yeah, he's facing towards you guys.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought he was like facing towards the wall.
No, he's sitting right here, facing that way, on his ass, looking inside of a box.
Okay, well, Artoria will kind of like not shut the door because that might make noise, but she'll point and she'll nod her head yes, and then draw her finger across her throat like yeah, kill him type deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thoradin will shield raise. He'll go through the door.
All right, let me move this over. And I'll roll initiative for him, unless you guys want to roll a whole new initiative.
No, I don't mind keeping that.
Okay, I'll just roll his, and I'll add it in there. Let's see. All right, he's got a 10, so he'll be basically where he's at right now.
Yep.
I'll just change the name. Okay, so first up, who's first to the door?
I was first to the door.
All right, roll me a stealth roll. Actually, everybody roll me a stealth roll again.
Okay.
Let's see if he is aware.
Nope. I'm going with my passive.
Got an 18.
Got a 20.
All right.
I got a 16.
Okay. And Sandra's going with the 7.
So there's like giant red flashing neon arrows that just appear above Enscar's head or something.
Well, I didn't roll a natural 1. I'm just not really.
I know, I'm just messing around.
Okay. So, who's going through first?
I was.
Okay. So, Soren goes through first. You have a 16. You get to about right here, and he'll notice you. So, you have a choice. You can do a ranged attack to him, or you could just, I'll let you dash as a free action. Okay. And then you'll have your movement up to him. What do you want to do?
I'm just counting squares. Yeah. But I could make it to him this round.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just go up to him because it's a slightly better attack.
All right. So you're going to dash for the free
Yep.
action?
Yep.
That's 60, 10, 20.
I got a 26 and 9 damage.
All right. So you roll up to him, right to get about right here. He notices you, but he's got to get up. So you roll up to him and you make your attack. It was a 19.
It was a natural 19.
Okay.
So I got a 26.
All right. So you hit him.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a +7 on my melee and a +5 on my range, so I prefer melee.
You see that he has leather armor on also.
Mm. That's my turn.
Okay. Did you roll
I don't
damage?
get. Pardon me? Yeah, I got 9 points of damage.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm using Roll20, so I say the attack and damage at the same time.
Okay. All right. So who's coming in next?
Probably me.
All right. Ansgar, you roll. You want to get your free dash?
Sure.
20. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. You can sit here with a range, or you
Yeah,
can move up
10.
and.
I have
Okay.
10-foot attack range. Is that enough for me?
Yeah, he's right there. You'll be able to hit him from there.
Cool. Then let's go and roll the crit.
All right.
But the crit 20. Oh. That's 23 slashing damage.
All right. So you hit him for 23.
And I'm going to use my unwavering mark on him. Oops. My unwavering mark, so he has to attack me and attacks everyone else at disadvantage for 1 round.
Okay.
And my bonus action, for 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is 7 bludgeoning damage, max.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Who's going next?
Aridin will go in and go to the far left corner.
All right. Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll take a shot with sharpshooter.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 6, so never mind.
Yeah, it's going to miss. It's going to hit the wall behind him. All right. Artoria.
All right, she's moving in straight forward. She can't really get to him this round, so she'll chuck
Well,
a
I'm getting
javelin at him.
Giving everybody a free dash.
Okay, so that'll be a total of 60 feet. That's can't really see. Is that enough to get up there?
That'll put you here, and you have 30 feet of movement. Each square is 5, so you'll be able to get up to them.
All right, let's do that then.
So you get right here. Is it good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So this round's action is actually going to be.
If Artoria is standing beside me, I can use my protection.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
She would definitely not have any problems with that. However, she is. Yeah, she's going to use Channel Divinity, Sacred Weapon. Her weapon now glows.
Okay.
With, I believe it is.
Radiant?
It is a 20-foot radius of bright light and 20-foot radius of dim light. I now add my charisma modifier to hit with my longsword.
Okay.
And that is actually her turn because Channel Divinity takes an action.
Okay. All right.
And if it wasn't already magical, your attacks would be considered magical.
Mm-hmm.
Because that devotion is meant to fight vampires.
Actually,
It's fine the way it is, guys. So
I'm not. I'm actually going to do something else too. I'm going to cast a second level. It's called Branding Smite. So the next melee attack that I hit a creature with before the spell ends, which is concentration of 1 minute, the attack deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage to the target. And it becomes visible if it's invisible and the target sheds 5 foot of light radius and can't be invisible. So I need to roll 2d10 now. And are we doing high or low?
as far as what?
You said we were within 25.
Oh, it's
chaos magic.
low.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I got an 8.
Okay.
So then you reroll.
Okay, So that's going to be a 31.
You got a chart up, Matt?
Yep.
Pulling mine out right now.
Okay.
You just belched the Thunderwave spell.
Awesome.
Sweet.
How ladylike of me. What does that do? Is that like literally the spell Thunderwave?
Belch of Titans. The caster belches once with the same effect as a Thunderwave. It's a con save, and you do 2d8 thunder damage. Fail the save, they're pushed back 10 feet.
Okay, and what's your con save?
My DC is 15.
All right. He did not make it.
Actually,
Hey, is it for everyone around him? Or just...
DC is 18.
Oh, the DC is 18?
Okay, well, he didn't make it anyways. So
Okay, so...
Is that for us too?
No. The Thunderwave spell is a cube in front of him. So the only target that it affects is Hubbard. He's the only one in the range of the spell. 15-foot cube.
Okay, well, you just took 14 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
And you still get your spell.
Awesome. Well, anybody that can see Artoria is going to see that her eyes are like as big as saucers, and she's probably going to be more surprised than anybody that just happened. And if you're close enough and you still have your hearing, you'll probably hear her say, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
It is bra.
Yeah, so he's not 10 feet back.
Okay.
That's crazy.
He's going to hit the wall, and he'll take bludgeoning damage from that. 4 points of damage from the bludgeoning of that.
Oh, man.
And all of his fat rolls just kind of wave as you just belch over him. You just...
that's crazy.
All right. He was standing up when he was doing it, so I'm not going to do a dex roll because he fucking... And he falls back on his ass. Yeah. Okay. Top of the round. Eridan, you're up.
All right, let's try another sharpshooter.
Okay. You'll have advantage because he's on his ass.
Actually, range attacks have disadvantage.
All right. You have advantage because he's on his ass.
That's going to be a 14 to hit.
That actually hits.
Awesome. For 21 points of damage.
Ouch. Yeah. All right. So you fucking fletch in the cheek. You let that bitch loose, and it fucking just stabs him right where the crease of his shoulder and his fucking right tit is. He just kind of jabs right in there. And he just howls in pain. You said 21?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sordin, you're up again.
I'm going to move towards him and slash him with my sword.
Okay.
For 20.
All right.
I did 12 points of slashing.
All right. Yeah, you just run up and just fucking jab your fucking sword down to the hilt right in his chest. Just you hear that just slap like you're slapping ass. Pow. And pull that bitch out. Ansgar.
Same deal as usual. Did the thing attack already? No, it didn't, right?
No, it's not his turn. So I'm going to move you right here because Artoria is still right here. But you're still within your reach and away from him 10 feet.
Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and attack him with my halberd again. And I'm going to try to do the unwavering mark again. Although that didn't really do anything last turn. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. So it's going to take...
Is unwavering mark a bonus action?
That is not an... It's free. That's a free action. That's like activates on a hit if I determine it.
All right, that's fine. Go ahead and do your thing.
That would be 12 slashing damage.
Okay.
And I am going to
Butt stroking him.
huh?
You butt stroking him.
Not just yet. I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
And I don't think a 13 is going to hit though, is it?
Yes, it does.
Oh, cool. Well then, he's going to take, that's a 2, and I'm going to reroll this. 8 damage. 8 slashing. And as my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and now butt stroke him.
Okay.
And another 13.
You have such a way with words.
Thank you.
Phrasing.
Butt stroking is like when you're in the military, they teach you how to hit with the butt stock of your weapon.
Oh,
And
I'm
we call
well
it butt.
aware.
Okay, all right. I didn't know.
That's 5 bludgeoning damage.
Yes, but it's much more fun to use your imagination and
So you
think
rolled
of Ansgard gently caressing the enemy's ass with the
Large
blunt end of his
bulbous
tool.
end of his-
Okay, so the 13 you said before, Sandra, was to hit.
Yeah, the 13 was
Okay.
to hit.
Okay, so it's 5 points damage. All right, I
5
thought it was
bludgeoning.
13 damage.
Oh no, I can't do that much with just a blunt, and it's got disadvantage at attacking anyone else but me, since I'm sort of trying to intimidate it also.
That's fine. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me add up all of the damage that he has done to him. So I just write it down. Okay. Let's see. Hubbard is just he really can't do shit right now. So in all actuality, he's actually dead.
Aw.
You guys have already done more than his HP damage. But because it's my game, he stands up and he's got to get at least 1 whack at what you guys. So
Phrasing.
yeah, so he's gonna move in this direction, so that way he has 1 hand to hit Sordin and 1 hand to hit Artoria. So
They're both at disadvantage.
that's fine. All right, so the Sordin, he attacks you with his Morning Star. Let's see, that's going to be a 22 to hit.
But it's
Okay. That is with disadvantage too. All right.
at least I know he can't critical me
Okay, so
because you have to roll 2 20s to do that.
Right. he rolls 20 points of piercing damage with his Morning Star. All right.
Ooh.
The battle axe. Yeah, that
Still
one.
up, but barely.
All right. The battle axe, he attacks Artoria. Disadvantage, and he rolls a crit fail. So
And I get an opportunity attack as well.
he rolls. He didn't even hit himself. So he chucks his battle axe way over here and misses.
But I got him with a 16 for 7 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, Sentinel.
Yes.
Awesome. Love that shit. So you did 16 points of damage?
No, 16 was a hit. I did 7 points.
Okay, 7 points. Okay. Okay. So, Artoria.
Okay, so Dude Main is now going to. That's the wrong die. Here we go. All right, so the first attack is a 25 to hit.
Definitely fucking misses.
All right.
He shields. No,
That's let's see, 8 so it's 16 it's 21 I'm going to pump a smite into it, so that's first level smite, so that's 29 and 30, 31. 31 total radiant and slashing damage from the branding smite and the
Regular smite.
yeah, from the paladin smite and the branding smite.
Okay.
What's the effect for branding smite?
Branding smite's effect is next melee, the weapon gleams, yada yada. The target can no longer become invisible, and it sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius.
So he's glowing.
Yes, he's dimly glowing. And if he is still up, I have uno mas attack. And that's going to be a 24 to hit. And apparently this one sucks at life because it is only worth 9 total points of damage.
Okay. I can work with that. All right. So, finally, Hubbard is like, does anybody speak giant?
No.
Nope.
Common, celestial, and elvish. Nope.
All right. So he says something in giant, and he just kind of falls over, crashes to the ground. That last fucking trios, the last 2 strikes that you did, just kind of did him in. Well, Asgard killed him a while back, but I figured I'd let everybody just tag him at least once before he dies. Yeah, so Hubbard crashes on the ground, dead. Bleeding profusely from all the cuts and slashes and burns and cauterized wounds and just everything. He's all fucked up. And that's it.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure I'm going to say what everybody's thinking. What's in the box?
Okay.
You got me on that one, definitely. I want to know what's in the box, too.
Okay, so you all 4.
Oh, no, wait. You know what? Somebody else reach into the box, because, you know, I've got this, like, funny feeling that there's going to be a dick in there or something.
I have a question. How are we going to... because he wanted the body.
Well, we're not going to be able to carry the body. We could
Don't
take
look
the
at
head,
me.
though.
Not carry that shit. Not gonna carry that shit. This guy smells like ass.
Yeah. So right about that time, everybody make a Constitution save. That's around the bottom.
It's 20.
Okay.
I got a 17.
Okay. I didn't hear Ansgar if you did.
Wrote it in the chat.
Me too.
I can't see chat.
22.
Okay. All right. So with a 17, you empty your stomach. It doesn't do anything. It just makes you puke. As he let loose his last dying gas. It just is so raunchy and rancid smelling that
Most people, you know, they like have last words. This guy had a last fart.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Sordin just, he couldn't fucking hang. He just. So with that, you 3 and eventually Eridan catches up, and you're all just staring in the box, and you're like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?" Right? So you look in the box, and
it's a dick, isn't it?
No, it's not a dick. It should be a fucking dick. It should be a fucking platinum covered dick with fucking jewels in it. No. you find this little cage, and inside is this tiny little mouse with a little collar on its neck, made out of gold.
The fuck?
Yeah. And on the fucking collar,
George.
no, on the collar it says Titan. So
So if we lop off its arms and legs, can we tote this thing out of here?
why don't we just cut off its head?
Well, it needed its body and its heads.
Oh.
Yeah.
But he specifically said he didn't need arms or legs.
no, you didn't say that. So it's a large creature. And I'm going to say he probably weighs approximately about 500 pounds.
How much is that to drag?
So if you lob off the arms, that's probably going to be about. I'll drop it to 150 pounds.
Yeah, and I got 18 strength, so.
I got a 17 strength. We can't leave the arms on. Fuck it,
Yeah.
Let's just go. Let's go home.
You guys basically grab like a couple covers off beds, roll the body, what's left of the body that you're going to take, on top of it, and secure it, and then you guys start beating feet out of this fucking place.
Yeah, I'll pick up the box with the mouse in it.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
I was going to take the mouse.
I suggest we don't put the box in the bag of holding.
Yeah, that would probably be a bad idea. I was coming to the same conclusion.
Yeah. So
where we might be visiting a different plane.
You guys drag this thing out through that doorway and through this area. All right, and then through this area, you get back into the hallway, and you fucking you're just dragging this shit. So it takes you about 4 hours finally to drag it outside, where you're able to fucking find a couple. You're able to find. No, you're not that lucky. You're able to find a couple poles that you can make something that'll support it a little bit easier, and you tether it between two of your horses. And you wheel down the road, leaving a trail of fucking Ettin blood all the way down to where Chuma is waiting inside the fucking club.
I'll go in and get him. There's no sense in trying to drag his shit inside.
I don't think they would be appreciative if we brought that thing inside.
Yeah, but Ansgar doesn't always think things through, so figured I'd butt in.
Oh, he thought it smelled bad while it was alive.
Yeah, so it's probably about 6:30 in the afternoon. And there's people out. There's a lot of people out still. And so you guys are just dragging this down the fucking road. And as you pass, everybody's fucking retching. There's people getting sick. They're just like, what the fuck is that smell? And you see people start pointing at the fucking thing that you guys are dragging. Like, it's got to be that. And so, finally,
don't worry, folks. We're taking it out of the city.
Yeah. So finally, after about fucking 30 minutes of traveling through the street, some guards pull up on a horse, or a trio of guards, and they're like, and they look at you guys and like, really? You got to do this shit now in the middle of fucking one of the busiest times of the day? He's like, God, you people, God. He's like,
do they need to see
Artoria will just shrug.
UAG badge?
Oh, It's the middle of the winter, so the cold should help with the dampen the smell.
No, Matt.
Mm.
Not this time. No. Hubbard is a ripe son of a bitch.
Oh my god. That
sure.
was great. I'm sorry, but that was fucking awesome. No, Matt. Not this time.
So, and it being cold just makes it kind of worse because people are fucking chucking through they're chucking inside of their face masks that are covering their faces. So it's just doubling up, and you see it fucking coming out of people's noses, and just, yeah, it's just a fucking mess. So by the time you guys get there, you have just a fucking trail of tears basically fucking following you guys. So whoever runs inside, you get Chuma. He comes out, and he looks at the faces. He says, "Yep, that's him." He's like, "Wow, I thought that fucker stunk in life." Whew. And he fucking throws up. He's like, "Whoa." He's like, "God damn it! Oh, I gotta take this fucker with me."
That's
Jesus.
fucking awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
And he's like leaning against the wall, like fucking just. Oh man.
Airden, why don't you hand him Titan?
Oh,
I hadn't planned on getting rid of him.
He's like, "What? Come again?"
That wasn't what I was contracted for.
Okay, Sandra. It'll be 2 XP. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Nice, sweetie.
Night. Thank you for the game.
That's
Bye.
Andrew.
See you, Sandra.
So, yeah, he takes the box and he's looking inside and he's like, hold on a fucking minute. He reaches in his pocket. He pulls out this other piece of parchment, which it looks like a really nice piece of parchment. And it's got fucking wax on it where like it was sealed and shit. And he's reading and he's like, Titan. He's like, this motherfucker sent me here for a fucking mouse.
The box.
No, he said this motherfucker should know where Titan is. Oh my god. I'm so gonna kick that fucker's ass after he pays me. Oh well. Well, he says,
Hey, a job's a job, right?
He says, yeah, sometimes that doesn't even work either. He says, all right, guys, I appreciate it. He hands you all fucking the sacks of fucking gold nuggets. He says, I appreciate it. He says, if I ever have any more bounty hunting shit that I need some help, I'll look you guys up. And with that, he takes out this round disc, like the circular device. It looks like a
one we found.
No, it's like a sundial kind of sort of, but it's got glyphs all the way around it. And so he turns it to a certain point, and the fucking disc glows a deep red, and a little beam kind of shoots out from it in a clear area that he makes sure, and a fucking portal opens up. And you look through the portal, and you can definitely tell that's a different plane, but there's really no vegetation. It's more just like earthy shit. But you see that in the distance. In front of you see fucking like a city, and everything is made out of stone or rock. Okay, you see fucking Earth Gensai walking around. You can see Azers in there. You can see fucking Golem Durs in there. You can see fucking Earth Elementals walking around. Just any kind of creature that has to deal with like Earth element. You see them walking around in there. Of course, you see other races in there and stuff too, but majority of them have to deal with the Earth element. And he grabs the fucking cover and he says, all right, thanks for a good job. I'll make sure I put in a good word with you and my people. And so he walks through and then the portal closes.
All right.
And that's it. So you guys get 2 XP.
Sweet. I just made level 6.
You get one inspiration point and the gold that he promised you guys, which was
200 each,
gold
wasn't
nuggets. Yes,
it? Yeah.
200 gold pieces worth of gold nuggets, and that's gonna be it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and stop broadcast. Anybody that does watch later, thanks for watching. Thank you guys for showing up, kind of on not short notice. And till next time. Bye.